greatest of all time. I'm coming to see my main man, Howard Stern. We're going to talk straight talk, get it right, get it real, talk about HulkHogan.com, my energy granules, about the wife that's running crazy with a 19-year-old, the 50-year-old wife that's going nuts with a 19-year-old. We're going to talk about everything under the sun, wrestling, you name it. We're going to talk about Pam Anderson's legs. We're going to talk about everything. So what you going to do when Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time, and Howard Stern run wild on you, brother?
Hulk Hogan is here. See Hulk on American Gladiators Monday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC.
Yes, he's hosting that with Layla Ali, I think.
That's Muhammad Ali's daughter?
Yeah, the boxer.
I think she's kind of cute.
She was on that Dancing with the Stars that you love so much.
Hey, there he is. Look how big he is.
But you know what? He looks smaller.
Represent your boy, man.
I like that boy.
Bubba Army.
What'd you do, man? You pumped up. I mean, your arms are bigger.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got both phones from him, but Nick might call me from jail, and I got to at least say good morning if he calls me.
Absolutely.
Would you say hello to him if he calls?
Of course I would.
Just remember, you're being recorded. Anything you say can incriminate you, so no nail files in the apple pie or anything like that.
I mean, I can't say I'm going to send you a gun so you.
No, you can. Oh, you can say it, but please don't do that.
Are you?
Where you want me here?
Well,
Yes, sit down. Have a seat.
When you become a single, how's your hip?
My hip's better.
He's got a bad hip?
No, I got a hip replacement.
Oh, you did?
Why
but
does it hurt?
Still hurts?
We had in the guy Jesse Ventura, who just had a hip replacement.
Please. Anyway, nice guy.
Well, he said he felt bad for you as a father, but he did badmouth you. He said
he's brutal.
He said you ratted him out to Vince McMahon.
He's so full of shit.
You're anti-union,
Dude,
apparently.
let me tell you something. Jesse has worked on these stories for 30 years.
He has a lot
He's finally got him out. Jesse knows just a little bit about a whole lot of things.
Right.
And you should ask him about Plato's retreat when he used to come to New York and him and his wife would do all the wife swapping.
Oh.
You should ask him about coming to San Francisco, going running wild on Quaaludes for 72 hours and showing up with the same clothes on, pissing in his pants and everything. You should ask him the real stories about Jesse.
Because Jesse said he never did drugs.
Please.
He said he did some testosterone.
Please.
But
Dude.
he never smoked weed. He said he never.
Dude, I smoked pot with Jesse in the hotel room and his partner Adrian Adonis. Give me a break.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Because he claims because
dude, stop.
You got to.
But that was back in the 80s.
Because we had what's his name, the Iron Sheik on, and he used to call Jesse the Medicine Man.
Oh yeah.
And so,
what does that mean?
Okay, Robin.
I don't know these
Explain
terms.
the world to us.
It's a Blue Jay.
Double Blue Jay, brother. And around. So you guys are hot. You never stop. You're doing great. And I'm just trying to play the second half of the game here.
I'm worried about you.
I'm doing better.
When you sat down, we have a lot to cover, but when you sat down, you looked like you were in physical pain.
Yeah, my back's pretty messed up.
What is it messed up from?
Wait a minute. I told you one of the things that used to kill me about his reality show is that everybody's lounging around the pool in the beautiful house, and then Hulk limps out because he has given his whole body to making a livelihood for his family. And it always seemed that, he was not appreciated.
Yeah, did you start to feel, because now we can really talk. Did you
You know we can, brother.
Yes. Did you start?
Gloves are off.
Did you start to feel?
And you love it.
I do. Did you start to feel as a man, shit, I gave my whole body, really. I mean, you're racked in pain. You spent a lot of years hustling on the road for a living. Not that some of it wasn't fun, but a lot of it's pretty dreary. Did you start to feel resentful that, like in a sense, that your family was having such fun and good times, and meanwhile you're down there trying to maintain your physical health?
No, I didn't feel resentful. It's just, I couldn't stay ahead of the curve because it was never, it was never, the house wasn't big enough or we had to move again. So I had to hustle. I actually kind of like retired one time, and then when I saw this big monster house being built, I went to work for Ted Turner for 7 years. And
did Linda put pressure on you and say the house isn't good enough for us?
No, she didn't say it was good enough, but she always wanted to move. And like when we went to Miami a few years ago,
I remember you didn't want to go there.
No, I wanted to stay in Florida, but Brooke was recording there, and so Linda found a house and she wanted to move there. So all of a sudden, Timberland, what's his name? Timberland, the producer was going to buy the home. But instead, I came in like at 7 in the morning with Brooke from the recording studio. They woke me up. Oh, we got to look at this house. We got to buy it. So, Linda talked me into buying this house. This is what I want. This is what I want. Put $14 million into the house. All of a sudden, 6 months later, I'm standing there in the house by myself, kids gone. I'm going, what am I doing here? Ugh. So, and then, when she moved out to L.A., she got this rental house in Brentwood, $22,000 a month.
Why did she want to live in L.A.?
Because her family's from there.
But why did she have to move you and spend $14 million in California if she wanted to move to L.A.?
Yeah,
brother, you got to fix what's wrong on the inside before everything works on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
How miserable I knew you were when we were at Bubba's wedding, and you walked in carrying that big box, whatever the hell the gift was.
Right.
You looked like you just wanted to kill yourself. You're carrying this big box. He said, this guy needs to get laid so fucking badly.
The other thing was, Linda was there, and she was holding hands with a girl.
I'm telling.
Oh, I can't even remember.
Oh, you want your lawyer on the phone? I'll put him on. I'll keep him up.
David Houston?
Yeah. All right. Dave, you want to be on here? I know you said you want
Dirty Dave.
Terry, how are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Hey, Dave. So anyway, I knew you were miserable that day. I said, this guy's aching to get out there and play around a little bit.
But at the beginning of the reality show, did you know your marriage was in trouble?
Yeah, I did. We had problems. I remember, I was married 23 years. I remember about the 3-year mark when we started to have a few little problems. I went to her parents and I said, Gail and Joe, I said, hey, Linda's kind of wild, and, I'm having some problems with, the wine and this and that. They go, well, you married her. I went, oh, thanks. I mean, like, nobody told me.
Problem now.
Like, they were happy to get rid of her. I went, oh, my God.
Hey, I know I'm jumping all over the place. Brooke's thinking of doing Playboy? You're going to let that go down?
Here's what's going on.
What's going on?
Brooke, when she was 16, got a call to do Playboy.
That's crazy.
So I called him back, and I said very gracefully, she's only 16 years old. Thanks for the call. We appreciate the interest. Bang. So now all of a sudden, her reality show's taken off. She did some really great numbers the last couple of weeks.
I've been watching the show. I
have too.
Yeah. Playboy, she said to say hello too. She loves you.
I love her.
Playboy called and said, we want you on the cover of the 55th anniversary where they'll have Drew Barrymore, Marilyn Monroe, and everybody inside. So she calls me and asks me what I think. I said, well, the first thing you say on a business call like that is we're very interested. Let us find out more about it.
Right.
Now, Playboy could be something where they just got you on the cover and they do nice little pictures, or Playboy could be where they get you on the cover and they want the full-blown spread. And you have to make that decision.
Right.
Because it's a major career momentum-shifting move, which can make your career skyrocket or it can put you in the tank. So you got to be real careful.
So you would be okay with it if she decides to do it?
Bro, I'm not okay with it because I got this old redneck, old school mentality, which is barbaric. But at the end of the day, Brooke is 20 years old, bro. And I did this whole bluffing act of don't talk to Brooke, don't look at her till she was 18.
Right.
But I'm pretty easy, bro. I'm not like a double standard guy. I mean, I can't, run the game one way, then have the rules different for somebody else. But I said, Brooke, you really have to think this through and make the right decision. Timing-wise?
Would you look at the pictorial?
No, hell no.
You would never want to see your daughter.
But
God.
you put suntan lotion on her butt.
Yeah, well, I put baby lotion on her butt when she was a baby, too. She's my daughter.
You're catching a lot of shit for that, right?
You know what? That's all. You know what? It's in the bottom of somebody's birdcage the next day. Who gives a shit anyway? But at the end of the day, if Brooke makes that choice, I'll support her. I think right now it's the wrong time.
Really?
I think it's the wrong time.
I agree,
now.
and I'll tell you why.
What is the right time?
Because
I don't know. Probably down the road when she needs to. Well, you can ask Pam Anderson. She knows when the right time is. Hell, I don't know. I've never done it.
No, Brooke's got something going on now.
She doesn't need it.
She doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And the best time for her to do it is when Hulk is dead.
I see.
That's the best time to do it. Let him pass away, and then she can go in the fucking magazine and be
Once
naked.
Once he's 6 feet under.
Yeah, I like her. I find her charismatic.
He is fascinated.
I watch the show every week, and I don't even know why.
Let me tell you one thing about Brooke.
Why do I like that?
I got to tell you one thing about Brooke. She is the most honest, pure, nicest person. She doesn't have a bad bone in her body. She is loyal to a fault.
You think
the guy that ends up with her?
Yeah, but hold it. You think she could be a good wife? She's been spoiled her whole life.
No, bro, she hasn't been spoiled.
Yeah, you have given her a lifestyle. You forget. You've given her an incredible lifestyle. She's used to getting whatever she wants. She lives in a luxury condo.
She works her ass off.
Yes, but still, she's going to expect some guy to take care of her the way you do. And you take care of her.
Well, why would you marry somebody and lower your standards or even make a lateral move?
Did you ever have to spank her when she was a kid?
This is the truth, the honest truth. When she was she'd still had diapers on.
Right.
And I don't know if she was 2 years old or how old she was, but I was packing my wrestling bag trying to get ready to do another Vince McMahon extravaganza. And every time I'd pack my bag, she'd take something out. I'd put something in, she'd take a knee pad out. I'd put a boot in, she'd take a boot out. And I hit her on the butt on the poopy diaper.
Right.
And I still never heard the end of it. I mean, I smacked her one time on the ass, And she still talks about it.
I would have to spank her.
You know what? I'm looking at his finger, and he has a tattoo.
Oh, I'm getting that removed.
What
tattoo?
is that?
That's my wife's name, Linda.
Oh, on your ring finger?
Yeah, I'm getting that removed.
You know, I'm getting married in a couple of, weeks or so.
We need to have a talk.
And I'm getting a tattoo.
We should talk.
Why? Why should we talk?
Well, because...
You know.
Because, brother, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
10 years from now, you'll be looking at me going, Hogan, we should have had that talk, brother.
Really?
Yeah. We should have had that talk. And I know Beth's a great girl.
She is.
She's an awesome girl, but still, man, you know.
You think love can't work?
I didn't say love can't work. I say,
sour?
why mess love up with marriage? No, I'm not that sour.
Well, maybe you're right. Beth even said that to me last night. She goes, I'm really nervous about getting married. I said, why? She goes, what if it fucks everything up?
No doubt, brother.
But why does it have to fuck everything up?
It doesn't have to. Maybe even Beth, it won't change a thing. But, but if it does change a thing, cover your ass business-wise.
Oh, so what's going on with that now? You're going to get cleaned out.
Of course I am.
What about Florida law? Luke was in here.
Is the divorce in Florida?
Is divorce in Florida or California?
It's in Florida, but Florida's a no-fault state. But it should be an easy. That's what none of us. Even David's on the phone. That's one of the things we don't understand. It should be just an easy divorce. It wasn't an argument. It wasn't.
She's gonna want money, man.
Oh, but of course, it was an argument when she filed for divorce. It means I never want to see you, be with you. I'm not in love with you anymore. So I figured.
But what caused the divorce? Were you already fucking around, or was she? I know she's fucking around with some 19-year-old pool boy or something. Right?
Yeah.
Like one of Brooke's friends.
Yeah, that's been a tough one on the kids.
Yeah. That is tough. Brooke's not even talking to the mom.
No, and kind of it got really crazy because things have kind of like escalated because, first off, when Brooke started dating the kid, she told Brooke she was the boy was 27 years old, which kind of appalled Brooke. Because that's kind of young for a 50-year-old.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you flipping out about it psychologically?
No, bro, I'm cool with that. I'm way cool with that because I'm not connected with her as far as being in love with her anymore.
Yeah, but what the effect it has on the kids.
The effect it has on the kids is tough because what really kind of set it off is when Brooke found out how old the guy was. It was a situation where, Brooke was living with me,
right.
Because there was a bunch of crazy stuff going on, and Brooke finally figured out who both of us were. Mm-hmm. So Brooke's living with me, and all of a sudden, she started packing up a little overnight bag, and I guess Linda had talked about spending the whole day and night with Brooke. So Brooke didn't want to upset me. And when she's packing a little bag, she goes, oh, Dad, I'm kind of like going to go over and spend the day and the night with Mom. And I think Brooke thought it would roll into like 5 or 6 days,
Right.
And she didn't want to upset me. I said, oh, that's cool. So all of a sudden, when Brooke's packing up, Linda calls and says, well, let's just meet for breakfast.
Oh.
And switch gears. So she says, let's meet at the Willowdale house, a big house. So Linda goes to the Willowdale house. Mom's not there. So Mom goes, come to the restaurant. I told you to come to the damn restaurant. So Brooke flipped out and said, Mom yelled at me, said, come right to the restaurant. I said, okay, we'll go meet your mom at the restaurant. Well, what happened was Brooke hung up the phone, and this is the house she grew up in. She wanted to go upstairs and see her room because she hadn't been there for 4 or 5 months and see what clothes were there. And as she walked upstairs to turn left to her room, she looked in Nick's room. Now, Nick's in jail.
Right.
And when she looked in Nick's room, all Nick's clothes were on the bed. His jewelry was out. When she walked in Nick's room, the computer was on. And she goes, what the hell? And all of a sudden, she opened Nick's bathroom door, and there's 2 6'4", 19-year-old boys. She goes, what are you doing in my house? And the one kid goes, I live here. I date your mom.
Oh.
And Brooke looked at the kid and goes, you're Charlie Hill. I went to school with you. You're younger than me. So Brooke started shaking and called me.
Oh, my God.
And I didn't know if it was going to be an Aruba situation. They're going to beat her up or rape her. I don't know what's going on. So I said, just tell them you're calling the cops. They left, and as Charlie walked out, he clicked off on Nick's computer. So, I mean, the invasion of privacy to put your daughter in that situation. And Linda got pissed at Brooke and said, Brooke ransacked the house. This is the house she grew up in.
Wow.
So now Linda doesn't talk to Brooke anymore. And then
do you think this is all a result of the reality show? Would you, if you had
no,
to do
bro,
it
there were
again,
problems before the reality show.
So the reality, you don't blame the reality show. You don't feel like it was a mistake.
No. I mean, things were going to turn out the way they turned out. Everybody wanted to do the reality show. It put extra pressure on, but there were already problems with Linda and I for the last 10, 12 years before that. It was a nightmare. I mean, Linda.
Why didn't you get out sooner?
Because for the same old story for the kids, brother.
For the kids.
Do you think it was good for the kids? You staying
Not
together?
now. Not now. I don't.
In retrospect, everyone always.
Now
says
I
that.
realize that the kids. It would be better off for the kids to be from a broken home than be in one.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I really see it, and there were things like, just sometimes I would get these crazy cheap shots when I'd talk to Brooke and say, Brooke, what do you think I should do? She goes, Dad, Mom doesn't love you anymore. That's tough coming from your kid.
Were you not having sex for the last 10, 12 years with your wife?
It was off and on, but it was very rare.
Very rare. And here you are,
and you're Hulk Hogan.
I mean, you can get laid.
Stop.
I mean, you can, right?
Well, I'm dating a really nice 34-year-old girl right now.
Did you move right into the dating the 34-year-old girl, or did you go out and have a little fun?
Brother, I didn't have anything. I've been through this crazy transformation. I don't want to Bible thump you, but on my wrist I have awareness.
Yeah.
And I have grateful. Because
When did you put that on?
Right when all this stuff going down, I was soul searching because I went to a really bad place for a while.
You just got those tattoos?
Yeah, about 6 months ago. I went to a really bad place, and I got really weird. I was so depressed. My family was no. Oh, thanks, Robin.
What do you mean by weird? What do you mean weird?
I just was so depressed that I lost, my wife, and she walked away after 23 years. Even though we were fighting,
you should have been happy because you were miserable.
I wasn't happy because, bro, I thought that when you put your hand on the Bible and you said, "Till death do us part, through better or worse," that we would go through this and get through it. I had no idea that the final argument would end up in divorce or whatever. So I kind of got by myself. I was in this big house, seeing all my kids' pictures and everything. And with nobody in there, your mind starts playing games on you.
Right.
You start drinking a few beers, and and you get a little weird.
Were you thinking you were going to kill yourself?
I had some weird thoughts.
No shit.
I had some weird. But
did you take a gun out and try to kill yourself?
No, I didn't take a gun out and try to kill myself. I had a gun in the house. I've got a permit. I've never shot the gun, never brandished the gun, never anything. But the gun is there, and the thought process goes through your head. But at the end of the day, the overriding thought is your kids. And so you go through this huge depression. And, I started praying. Well, I was praying the last couple of New Years to be happy. That's all I wanted to be, was happy. And all of a sudden, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I kind of just snapped out of it. And what happened
Who did you turn to during these times? Did you go to a psychiatrist?
No, I didn't. I just talked to a bunch of friends. And
Who? Bubba? Did you
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Did he start in with you?
Who?
Bubba. Did you talk to him?
Oh, yeah, Bubba helped me a lot,
He did help you a lot. He's a good guy, Bubba.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I actually moved in with him for a while just so he was worried about me. He says, "Come stay at my house." But what happened?
How was that? Did you see Heather naked?
No,
you did not. Not even during that time.
But that was tough because when I was staying with Bubba, every morning I'd come down and I'd see his 2 kids, so that was tough.
Right. And all of a sudden, now you're living in Bubba's house. You're not with your family. That is depressing.
Yeah, but that's okay. But Bubba has a boy and a girl, and I'm sure that reminded you.
And you weren't going out and meeting girls at that point?
I was going out and drinking and running around, but I was too depressed to talk to anybody.
How long did it take you from the time that you and your wife said, "Okay, that's it, it's over, I'm moving out"? How long did it take you before you start dating? Do you wait an hour, a half hour? How long do you wait? Honestly, I
really have never dated.
Okay. How long before you?
It probably took a couple months before I met somebody that was really cool.
What'd you do for those couple of months? Did you get any pussy?
No, bro.
Nothing.
Dude, you can't.
Dude, that's why you were depressed.
No, it's not. Let me tell you something. When you're that upset mentally, nothing works.
Oh, that works.
No, it doesn't.
Trust me.
Okay, you've never been that depressed.
You should have called me. Never mind Bubba.
Well, you're not my type.
I would have told you what to do. I'm not your type.
No, but it's, the thing was, I just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. In the last couple of years, I just prayed to be happy. And
I thought you were happier. Like when I see you at the wedding, when you're hanging out with your daughter and your son, you were way happier, felt way younger, way more forceful than when you were standing next to your wife.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what happened to me. I actually didn't think I could go to this buyer's meeting and sales meeting for Walmart.
Right.
And I had Hogan Energy in Walmart. And all of a sudden, I went to Texas. I didn't think I'd go, and I spent 2 days there talking to the buyers and everything about Hogan Energy. And on the way back on the plane, I was moaning and complaining to some guy in first class, and this lady tapped me on the shoulder. She goes, "You need this book." And all of a sudden, I looked at my watch. I had like an hour on the plane, so I can read real slow and microscope a script, a 100-page script, and take 8 hours. Like I'm blocking it and shooting every scene.
Right.
Or I can speed read through a 100-page script in like 20 minutes. So I started speed reading through this book, and I saw what it was. I broke a sweat. I went, "Oh, my God, I don't want to give this book back." And as I was reading it and flipping out, right when the landing gear was going down, the lady goes, "Keep the book." And the book was The Secret.
What is The Secret?
It's about,
you don't know The Secret?
I know Private Parts. The only book I ever read.
Okay, that's a hell of a book, too. But
Thank you.
I don't want to Bible thump you, but it had to parallel what I believe religiously. It couldn't be a snake oil type deal. So religiously...
Did you read The Secret, Robin?
I've read The Secret.
Did it do something for you?
Absolutely.
So what happened was...
Should I read this?
You'd probably be cool. You'd probably dig it.
Okay.
If you don't want to read it, they get a DVD. But what it does...
DVD is good, too.
Yeah, it's awesome. But
someone reads it to you. Oh,
but what it does is it kind of paralleled what I believe, because I'm a Christian. You know, I believe that the brother died on the cross to pay for my sins, everlasting life, all that stuff.
You call Jesus the brother.
You buy into all of that.
Well, I'm not going to go down that road and Bible thump you, but what it does is for me to read The Secret and buy into it. You know, God created energy and all this stuff, and that's what The Secret is about.
It got you out of your depression.
Right, and it's all about positive thinking and the law of attraction. Just like the law of gravity really works, whether you know it or not.
Right.
The law of attraction is a real scientific law. We got negative and positive charges. We emit vibrations. And
you're saying between a man and a woman?
No, between anything.
Everything.
Similar vibrations attract. Like if you're in a great mood and you're happy, my gosh, you'll attract those type of vibes. If you're depressed, manic,
you're going to attract other.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so I started reading that law of attraction. I figured it out that for 20 years I was doing training, prayers, and vitamins. I was unconscious and I didn't know what I was doing, but that was all positive stuff. And the law of attraction works whether you like it or not. So I attracted career, money, and whatever I attracted. Now all of a sudden I became aware. Yes. I'm conscious, and this is a real law I can use, so I can manifest and be happy and attract the right people and the right business and stuff. So that's what got me out of my thing.
Got you out of your thing.
Yeah.
And so what was it like after all those years of marriage? You finally get a new chick. Talk to me about
somebody
that.
you can have regular sex with.
Let me tell you.
Locked up in a fucking prison.
Let me tell you this first. The only way I can describe it is I was breathing all this dirty air, and I thought we were supposed to hate and be miserable and life sucks. And even though we went out with these people and we had a nice dinner, as soon as they leave, I hate them, they're no good. And I was so used to this mindset of being negative, and it was all this dirty air. As soon as I went out and breathed clean air, I went, oh my God, life is beautiful, people are nice. And so
you realized when you were in your marriage with your wife, you got into some negative air.
Yeah, bro.
You became negative about people.
Yeah.
Everything became a bummer. Everyone was out to get you, all this shit. And then all of a sudden, your eyes are opened up and you say, you know what? I think I feel like I'm a better person. I don't have to be so angry.
And even with all the things that are going down, people go, we're praying for you. They're supportive. They're so nice to me. Even with all these things going down, civil case, my son, the criminal case.
Why are you responsible for your son had
No, let me finish 1 second. All the stuff that's going down, I'm happier now than I was when I was married.
I believe it.
I swear to you.
I believe it.
You still got stuff going on, though, just like Howard said. Those tapes came out of the prison conversation.
But that doesn't seem right to me. Like, isn't that private shit?
We're going to court now to decide if that's public content, because if that's the case, why haven't we heard the Charles Manson tapes? Why haven't we heard all the OJ tapes? The Paris Hilton tapes, the Ted Bundy who killed all the co-eds in Florida. Those tapes were never released.
OJ talking to his lawyers.
Yeah, all that stuff's never been released. So all of a sudden they release it, and they release it with a juvenile, a child that's talking. And Nick even signed a paper when he went in jail saying he wanted no publicity.
Right.
So the Pinellas County legal team made this decision to release the tapes now.
Is this the most painful thing you ever went through in your life, seeing your son be in jail?
Yeah, bro.
This is the worst, right?
But he's doing better. He's doing better because he was sentenced to... First off, everybody that ever had reckless driving, serious bodily injury, or reckless driving and vehicular homicide where the person died when they're under 18, they always get probation.
Right.
But Nick got sentenced to 8 months minimum security, and the truth is we didn't realize he was going to get put to jail, but he took it like a man. He was accountable. He was responsible. He didn't even turn around and look at me when he got sentenced, which killed me. He just took it like a man. He went in thinking he was getting minimum security. They took him to an adult prison and put him in solitary confinement.
Wow.
I mean, this isn't just maximum security where, the murderers and the rapists, hang out. This is where the murderers and the rapists fight each other and attack the guards. They put him to solitary confinement to punish him.
Could you give him any advice about prison? Could you say to him, here's how you're going to remain mentally tough?
We read, bro, and when he could get to a phone, we read. I got him dialed into the being positive and walking in the spirit of Christ, brother, and it got him through it because most people who go into solitary confinement, the hardened criminals, after 48 or 72 hours, they file an emergency injunction to get them out because they mentally start to unravel.
Right.
Nick lasted 28 days, bro.
Wow.
And it was for the reading and just being positive and just knowing that, you have to be present and in this moment because the past doesn't exist. It's over. In the future, you look to that for salvation. But being in the moment, this is the only moment we ever have had or ever will have is this moment.
Right.
But and I said, you got to be grateful for where you're at.
But why are you financially responsible? If your son screws up, why do you have to be on the line financially in a civil suit? I don't understand why.
Well, it's me and my wife.
Right. Like why?
And she doesn't think she's responsible. She wanted custody of Nick, and she wanted to take Nick in. David, you still there?
Yeah. Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
What they're saying is because he's a juvenile, they're the parents, and they're alleging under Florida law that makes the parents responsible because he's still a juvenile when this crash took place.
Oh, I see. So that means you're I mean, but you got insurance. It's a car accident. You don't have insurance.
I had minimal insurance because Linda told my bookkeeper we didn't want to pay expensive insurance, so we basically had no insurance.
Oof.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Yes, sir, brother. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, so you got a lot going on, man.
Yeah, but it's all cool, man. I'm happy.
You're not going to crack.
No, I'm good now. I could have, but now I'm good.
So now you got lawyers working on it, like Dave here on the phone, and he's working things out.
Right.
But it's a lot of pressure on you mentally. I mean, come on.
It is, brother, but you know what?
You worked your whole life. You banged your body up. I mean, you've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You hustled. So now to have your financial empire, you got your wife involved in trying to figure out how much money she's going to get. You got
She wants it all.
She wants it all.
All of it.
And then you got this lawsuit through what happened with your son.
How much wrestling did she do?
She did none, but I mean, she was on the Hogan Knows Best for 4 years. She ran a restaurant for 6 years. She's generated income, but now she's acting like she can't work, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And, she wants to make a career out of me, whatever she can do. And she wants all the trademarks and all the, just everything. It's like she wants it all. How are you going to
sort this? It's going to take years to sort all this out, isn't it?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So tell me about something good so you finally, this is what I want to know. You've been married, you were married, what, 34 years?
20-something?
23.
23 years with the same woman. I don't know. I don't know if you fucked around during the marriage or not. But
he's not answering. He's not answering.
Don't answer anything, Terry.
Don't answer anything? Are you serious?
No, wait a second.
Are you serious, David?
Yeah, no, you can answer other things.
Other things.
Don't answer that?
Of course not.
Oh, I was going to answer it.
Some guys, no, seriously, some guys during their marriage do,
they fall.
She might have had a little something on the side. You might have had a little something on the side. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, you saw Jesse Ventura at Plato's Retreat, or you just heard about it?
No, he used to wear the Plato's Retreat shirt on TV doing it and brag about him and his wife Terry going there.
Oh.
So you went there too?
No, I didn't go there. I just listened to the stories.
Oh, okay. But I'm just
That was in New York, Plato's Retreat.
Yeah.
So then, in other words, if you were kind of... But here you are, a single guy.
Yeah.
You're famous, All of a sudden, you're now a free man. You can breathe the free air, as you say.
Yes.
Is the chick the one that kind of looks a little bit like your ex-wife, looks a little bit like Brooke? She got the blonde hair.
You know what they say? They say blondes all look alike. I mean, if you look at her, she doesn't look anything like Linda.
But you might have a type.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was attracted to her because I was stumbling around this health food store, Nature's Food Patch. I was stumbling around, and all of a sudden, I was looking for these animal crackers.
Right.
Because I love these organic animal crackers. And I couldn't find the damn things. And here's this blonde-haired girl in the aisle, and I said, "Excuse me, do you work here?" She goes, "No." I said, "Well, do you know where the animal crackers are?" And I looked at her eyes because my eyes look like they're always bleeding. I'm so tired and they're irritated, and I need some surgery on them to clean them up. There's these little things from the sunspots that I've got. And I said, "Why are your eyes so white? I've never seen anybody's eyes so white." I thought maybe she was on something. I didn't know.
Right.
She goes, "No, I just eat all organic food, and here's the animal crackers." So. And I just remember talking to this girl, and she had this aura about her, this positive vibe.
How did you get her number?
I didn't. And then about 2 weeks later, I ran into her in that same health food store again, but this time...
Did you go back looking for her?
No, I didn't. I was walking around with my tail between my legs at present. About 2 weeks later, I went back and ran into her again. But this time, not only did I notice her eyes, I noticed her booty, too, and everything else.
Yeah.
And I started talking to her, and she was an artist, and... this and that and the other, and she worked at Delta for 8 years, and she'd seen me in Cincinnati, and she'd seen me in the Tampa airport, and we started talking. So I asked her for a number.
So you ask her for the number, you call her up.
Right.
Now, where does the famous Hulk Hogan go with a chick on a date? I mean, you're going to be observed by everyone. You got to go be on
No, I didn't go on a date, man. I just went by her house and hung out with her. And
you went to the house and hung out?
Yeah.
And I imagine big things happened.
Well, it took a while, brother. She's straight as an arrow.
What are you talking about?
Well, she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink. She doesn't do any drugs. She's straight as an arrow. I still.
How long did it take you to get her drug pants?
I heard the F word every day of my life for 23 years. I still haven't heard a cuss word out of her yet.
How long does it take you to get a good girl like that? How long did it take you to get her in pants?
Dude, I ain't going there.
What are you talking about?
I ain't going there. You figure it out. You know the answers to everything.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Quicker. Son of a bitch. No kidding. You still have it. She wanted it. So you spent a lot of time making out, this kind of thing, a little bit of romance.
That must have been fun.
Let's say in a week. It was
different.
All of a sudden now, you're inside a new woman. Is it the greatest?
Stop.
Come on, let's be honest.
Stop.
Was it the greatest? Was it unbelievable?
She's awesome. She's awesome. That's all I can say.
And
she's
you're
awesome.
going to stay with her. You're going to get into another long-term relationship?
But everything in this world is a run. Some people have little, like in the wrestling business, how long was your run in New York? Well, I was in New York a couple months. Well, Hogan, how long was your run in New York?
So you don't know.
Years. You know, I take it one day at a time. She's awesome.
Did you tell her you just got out of a long marriage and you're going to be fucking other women? Did you tell her that?
No, I didn't tell her that.
You did not discuss that with her?
No, I'm not that type of guy. If I'm locked in with somebody, I'm all the way in or all the way out.
You are?
Yes, I am. All the way in or all the way out. All the way in or all the way out.
I respect that.
You know what?
She's awesome.
You need a period of time, though, where you're going to go out, whether it be 6, 7 months, maybe a year.
How long after you and
Are these
Linda
Howard
split?
Stern's?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How
Are
long
these
after
Howard
you
Stern's
and Linda
rules?
split did you get into this relationship?
A couple of months, he said.
Well, no, that's after she filed for divorce. Linda split a long time before that.
Oh.
Linda left me in Miami and took off.
Oh, I didn't know.
And split and went and rented a house in Brentwood, and I wasn't welcome to that rental house.
Oh.
I bet you don't even remember now what it was like to make love to Linda.
I don't even remember the last time I was with her.
Wow.
It's been that long.
Jesus.
So now what are we going to do about Bubba?
Bubba?
What do you mean?
Bubba's rolling.
Bubba's weight.
Oh. Hey, yeah. Where is your role in all of this?
Well, he's got his own gym now.
You got his own
in
gym.
Tampa.
He's twice the size of when I last saw him. The guy is 500 pounds probably now.
No, he's not 500
What is
pounds.
he, 400?
I don't know. No, he's not. But he started working out again. He's getting back on track.
Is he?
Yeah, he is, and he's rolling.
You got to motivate this guy.
Yeah, well, when he was working out with me every day,
he was good.
Now I can't even work out my own gym at my house. What kills me, you talk about my wife and this 19-year-old guy. First off, Linda in that Tampa area, nobody likes her because she's been mean to everybody.
Does that bother you? Because it's a reflection of you, too.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Everybody knows when I grew up there. Everybody knows me, and they know she's got her own deal. And this 19-year-old guy being with her doesn't bother me. What bothers me is him being in my house, sleeping in my bed, working out in my gym, driving my cars, bro. That's the thing that bothers me.
Oh, Jesus, of course. This is everything you worked for, and that's some house. It's not some
And the thing is,
dump.
Bubba's strong in that area,
Yeah.
And he's unloading on Linda, and now Charlie Hill's getting the effects of, being on the wrong side.
Right.
So it's getting crazy.
Jesus.
Well, I read a quote from you the other day that you said that Linda, of all the, you had a lot of dirty tricks played on you in wrestling, but she's been the dirtiest trickster of all.
Well, she took it to really crazy, crazy levels because, there was a situation down in Miami where after Linda left, well, it wasn't even after Linda left. It was before Linda left. But what happened was Brooke was working for this record company in South Beach, and she had a handler, a girl named Christiane.
Right.
David, can I talk about this?
Yes, go ahead, Terry.
Okay. She had this handler named Christiane. She was 34 years old, and she was like Brooke's manager, agent for the record label. And Christiane wouldn't call Linda, but Christiane would call me, and she goes, what is wrong with Brooke today? Why is she crying again? What is wrong with Brooke today? She said her mother kicked her and cussed her out. What is wrong with Brooke today? I didn't think it could get any worse. And it was every day she'd call him because Linda used to browbeat Brooke every single day.
Wow.
I don't know. It just went on and on and on. So anyway, at the end of the day.
So in front of the cameras, everything was an act because she seemed like she was real good mom.
Yeah, we got some serious B-roll from Hogan. It was best. Wait till you see some of this stuff.
That might end up in court.
Ooh, yeah.
It could end up in court.
Yeah. But anyway, to make a long story short, finally, Christiane called one time, and I was the one that had nosedived and crashed because it was one of those things where, F you, I hate you, I don't love you anymore, get a divorce, I'm sick of this crap. And like Linda left the day before Thanksgiving, I cooked my first turkey in 23 years, and the kid's going, is Mom going to be here for Thanksgiving? And all of a sudden she came home 4 or 5 days later, which is totally insane. So anyway, when Christiane called, I was crying like a baby, all upset, freaked out. She goes, oh, my God, what's wrong with you? So we started talking. And we started talking. So eventually we hooked up a couple times, you know.
Right.
And it didn't work out. It wasn't the right thing to do. But anyway, a year later, something happens. Brooke's in Miami. The word goes around. Brooke finds out about it.
Oh, yeah. But
it flipped Brooke out.
That you banged her assistant, her co-worker there.
Right. Yeah. So Brooke flipped out. Understandably, I was wrong. There's no way you can justify it. Shouldn't have done it.
Right.
But anyway, at the end of the day, Linda and her Miami attorney, Branco, jumped on it. Brooke was at her house filming Brooke Knows Best, putting her makeup on. And they came and signed these papers. So what happened was Brooke signed this paper. I seen my dad, or heard my dad fighting with my mom, the gun. He threatened her life. And Brooke signed all this stuff. So check this out. Now they split. Later in the day, they reworked the draft to get the verbiage the way they wanted. They try to get Brooke to sign it again. So the second draft comes and Brooke crosses it out, says none of this is true. These are all lies. Don't use this. So Brooke, when Brooke moves into me, she's got this huge guilt trip. She explains to me. I said, Brooke, don't even worry about it.
Good.
Children get manipulated all the time in divorces. Just don't even worry about it. When the time's right, we'll address it. Tell your side of the story, how you're under duress, they manipulate you, and let's not even worry about it, Brooke. I love you to death. That doesn't matter.
That's good.
All of a sudden, Brooke's show does a great number.
Right.
And I'm talking about the dirty tricks. Brooke's show does a great number. A couple of weeks, Brooke Knows Best.
Yes.
Blows VH1 away, the premiere of the show. All of a sudden, I get a call from the Globe magazine. How'd you like to comment on the paper that your wife gave us? I said, what are you talking about? Well, your daughter signed it. They didn't take the second draft that Brooke said, don't use, this is all lies. Linda and Branco took the first draft and called the Globe and gave it to the Globe.
Let me ask you a question.
And stop. And used Brooke as a stepping stone. She stepped on her own daughter and used her own daughter to get ahead in a divorce situation. And that to me was the straw that broke the camel's back. And that's one of the dirtiest bottom feeder moves I've ever seen.
Can I ask you a question?
And Brooke is totally devastated by it. Yes, you can.
That's a horrible story. But let me ask you a question. Why can't you and Linda sit down and say, look, the marriage is obviously over.
Thank you.
No more blood.
Thank you.
To be spilled. The kids are going to get hurt. We have enough shit going on.
Thank you.
Let's sit down with an arbitrator and come up with a reasonable agreement where both sides feel good. 50-50 split, whatever it is. I mean, whatever you think is amicable. Right?
But you know what?
What's up, David? What's up?
Would you be against a 50-50 split?
No.
Howard,
you would not.
We've been trying to do this. We're dealing with a law firm that's publicly announced they're going to go to war. There's no war here. All that Hulk wants to do is get the case settled, and that's what we're going to try to do again coming up in August.
I always love when people say, "Why can't you?" Because one party won't do it.
Exactly.
Well, why not though? But why does I don't.
This
really
is
know.
her last
really
hurrah. When Linda's done with me, who's she going to be? It's her last hurrah. At the end of the day, there's no custody here. It's a real simple divorce. Like everybody said, it's a real simple divorce. But in People magazine, Linda's attorney from Miami, Branco, goes, we're going to go to war. I'm going. And what Linda doesn't understand is this Branco, because a lot of people in Miami know him. I hired a forensic accountant that knows the guy. And I said, what's up with this guy? He says, Branco hasn't generated enough fees yet or hasn't got enough publicity. That's
because
why
you would save a lot, with all respect to Dave here, you would save a lot of money in legal fees. You're probably going to rack up millions of dollars in legal fees.
This is money
that keeps going on.
This is money that
you could split.
This is money that Linda could have had. This is money I wanted to give to my kids.
Right.
That they're churning and burning up. But the thing is, they just want a war. They just want a war.
So you're caught in hell. This is why marriage is hell. This is the worst part of it.
Yes. David, any comment?
No, look, what we're going to do is we're going to try to sit down with them, try to pound some sense into them. This isn't about lawyers getting in the newspaper. We're dealing with people. We need to settle this case, resolve it. There's nothing to fight about.
Yeah, it sounds like you're both in the position now where you have to embarrass each other and keep answering each other's accusations, and it's just getting uglier and uglier, and you need this behind you.
Well, the weird thing is, she's bringing everybody into it, her family, her mother, and everybody. I've done business with her mother.
Could you go and knock on her door and say, listen,
Linda?
No. Could you go and knock on her door and say, do you have a restraining order against you?
No, but she had the cops pull me over and lied to him.
And what'd she say?
And the cops pulled me over when I was going to my apartment because Linda has both houses.
Why is that?
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Because, wait a second. Why don't you have one of the homes?
Because when it came down to this whole, when Linda filed for divorce, I talked to my kids and I said, look, guys, and I had no idea Linda was in the kids' ears. And Brooke's told me what's been going on all these years. I didn't know that.
Right.
That Linda's telling Brooke and Nick, your father threatened to kill me, and if you tell him, he will kill me. He will kill me. I went, what? I mean, but there's all kind of stuff she's
so she has the homes because she's told the kid
no, she has the big home because when I asked the kids, I said, where do you guys want to live? I said, if you want to, I've got equal power with your mother. If you want to live with your mother, there'll be no problem. But if you want to live with me, I may have to fight a little bit to get you.
Right.
They said, oh, Dad, we're not worried about you. We should live with Mom. I had no idea she was in their ear. So I said, okay, you guys take the big house.
Fine.
So anyway, now I go to move to the beach house. I move in there, and I talk to my divorce lawyer, Ann Kerr, and she goes, do you have a gun? And I said, yeah, and I've got a permit, and I've never used it, and never branched it. She goes, well, I want it. I said, why do you want it? Because Linda says she's in fear for her life. I said, Ann, I've never taken the gun out. I've never fired it. I said, okay, you can have the gun back. She goes, where are you living? I said, well, I moved into my beach house. She goes, whose name is it in? I said, well, Linda bought it for me like 15 years ago for the wrestlers to go over and hang out, and it's a marital asset, so I never put it in mine and her name. I just left it in her name. She goes, get out. I said, why? She goes, because this woman is so crazy that if she calls the cops and say that you threaten her life.
Hold it. The big house is in your name, isn't it?
It's in both of our names.
So tell her to get out and let her go live on the beach.
Well, I'm over it, man. That house got too many memories. She got in there with the kids and did her thing.
This is insane.
Yeah. So anyway,
this is what it becomes. Yeah.
No, but instead of staying in the beach house,
I'm going to say something now.
My divorce attorney said if she calls the cops and says you threatened her, and she says the house is in her name, they'll come in and get you.
She should sit down with you and say, you know what? We're spending all this money on lawyers. You're going to be done. You're going to have $2-3 million in lawyers. No, she's going to care about money. The $2 or $3 million she could have had.
She would like him to pay the $2 or $3 million and give her everything else he's got.
Well, she's not going to get everything he's got. She's at best going to get 50% of what he's got.
Well, you're talking rationally.
Already. Is she going after future earnings?
Of course.
She wants his trademarks.
Everything.
Howard, what we're dealing with is a person who's using the money to get back emotionally. This isn't about rational thought, and I think Robin's absolutely hitting it on the head.
This is terrible. This is bad. This is bad. Where are you living now?
In an apartment.
A nice apartment, at least?
Is it as big as Brooks on the show? Or
no.
I mean,
Brooks doing better than me.
Tell me, but where is she getting all this money?
Well, she just moved out this week. She was living with me, but now she's going back to Miami because she's going to start recording again.
Uh-huh.
You need a few bucks? Is that what you're saying? I mean, okay, I don't know what I got on me.
Do we need to tide you over?
You want me to loan you a few dollars? I'm all right with that.
Not today.
This is crazy.
Bob offered.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Bubba's got the biggest heart. He's an amazing
But,
man.
Is this new girl of yours? She's 34. Is she going to want a kid with you?
No.
Because we're not going there.
No. We're not going there. But
I'll cut your cock off.
No, she's cool, man. She's awesome. She's kept me on track.
Hey, do you get along with the Iron Sheik?
No, he's an idiot.
He's on the phone if you want to speak to him.
Hey, put him on.
Put him on? All right. Hold on, Dave. You're on too, but
all right.
Let me make sure. Hey. Iron Sheik, good morning. Iron Sheik.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. It's Howard Stern.
Hello, Mr. Howard Stern.
You're on.
How are you, sir?
Good. You're on with Hulk Hogan. He says he doesn't get along with you, but he would be willing to talk to you.
Well, if he wants to, but he insulted me. I didn't insult him. Well, he insulted me. The day I lost my belt to him, he come in the locker room. He said, Shiki, baby, I love you. I owe you one. Now he tell me I'm an idiot. Fuck you, Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
What is this about? Because I've heard Iron Sheik say this before. He says the day he lost the belt to you, you were going to do something for him. You promised him.
Something was going to happen.
What do you want Hulk to do? I mean, Hulk's kind of down and out right now. He's going through a lot of shit. I mean, what do you want him to do for you, Sheik?
Well, I'm same thing. My wife left me. I live in the apartment. I'm broke, and especially I'm not on your show anymore since Killer Comedian. But I want to let you know over the story. Your radio is #1 in the world. You're number one.
Thank you.
Hulk Hogan, I get along with him. But
do you want to move in with the Hulk?
He bullshit me since that he respects me. Because
Hulk, what about that?
New Jersey, he said, Shiki, baby, I love you. And I lost my belt to him. He said, Shiki, baby, I owe you one. But I called him. He didn't even return my call back.
Hulk, what about? He's worse than a wife. Hulk.
I'm by myself. I live alone. And I'm in the apartment. But I want to let you know, Hulk Hogan, I'm not fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot to do that to me. And people tell me, break your fucking leg. Take the belt, come to the middle.
Sheik, what year did this happen?
Poor Hulk.
Do you have a lot of this with a lot of your old wrestling pals?
You know, since we wrestled and he lost the belt to me, I've probably wrestled him 200 times since then.
Right.
You know, and now he's saying, after you lost the belt to me, you said me to fuck off. Well, he's out of his mind.
You gave him a bunch of
I'm going to call those New Jersey cops on you to bust you again. You better shut up.
Fuck you, jabroni piece of shit, Bubba. He's a stooge. He kissed your ass.
Bubba.
Piece of garbage. How many times he sold out Madison Square Garden? How many times he been around the world, Tokyo, Japan, like you and I was?
What does the Sheik want from you? Do you have any?
He's out of his mind, dude.
What does he want you to do? Let's figure this out. Maybe we can help him.
No, he's just an idiot. He's always like this. He's gone. Yeah, and then he'll kiss your ass and hug you when he sees you. You know,
Right.
He's just working the gimmick. Same old thing.
So this is an act?
Yeah, he'll see me 2 weeks from now and give me a hug. Yo, Ashiki, you got to kiss it in my ass because you're the shittiest wrestler I've ever worked with. You only had one main event in New York. After that, you were a jabroni doing jobs for everybody. You suck. Your curled up toes suck. And if you don't shut up, I'll stretch your ass.
Well, you know, I wasn't a jabroni. I put you over. And Brad Reagan's my student and myself. Without me, Hulk Hogan, you'll never be like Michael Jordan. Because all intelligent...
You're the biggest guy in wrestling there ever was, right? And is everyone jealous?
Before you, but still I respect you, but you don't respect me. I forgive you because I'm a bigger.
All right.
Oh, you're going to forgive.
Thank you. I forgive you too, Sheik. I love you.
I love you too, man.
All right. Thanks, Chief.
That's wrestling, man. I know.
Wow. Well, there you go. If only it could be that easy between you and your ex-wife.
Yeah, you resolve that a lot quicker.
Right. You resolved. Why can you resolve that, but you can't resolve the thing with your ex-wife?
I don't know, man.
I thought that was going to be impossible to resolve, and that's already over.
No, the next time I see him, he'll give me a big hug and tell me it's crazy.
Yeah, well, you can't figure it out. Listen, Hulkamania still exists. You have that. You have your fans.
Well, I'm working hard. I'm working hard. Thank you.
You got me. You got Bubba.
Thank you.
You got friends. You got people.
Thank you.
Don't worry about this. It's going to work itself out. It's got to. You got your lawyer. You got Dave. Let Dave worry about it. And
I'm trying to get some stuff going. We just, believe it or not, this is insane.
Right.
We just got done filming Celebrity Championship Wrestling.
What?
Now, what is that?
It's insane.
Now, what are you saying?
What are you talking
it's
about?
the craziest thing. Listen, check this out. Brutus, who's out in the hallway, was one of my coaches.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The other coach was a guy named Nasty Boy Brian Knobs. And we had 3 judges. I was a judge. Okay, baby. Jimmy Hart was a judge. And Eric Bischoff was a judge. It was a reality show. And we had these, and I thought these stars would take this as a joke.
What stars?
Okay. Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. Danny Bonaducci.
No, we like Danny.
I know Danny will be in for a
Don't
fight.
laugh about this one. Believe me. Dustin Diamond, Screech.
Oh,
he was one, I know you're going to say
no.
He was one of the best wrestlers. He had the psychology. I mean, he was so good in the ring, it was ridiculous. We had Butterbean, the boxer.
Right.
And the best athlete of all, this is going to blow your mind, Todd Bridges.
Is it a good show?
Oh, dude.
When does that air?
Now, let me tell you something. In October, and it's on CMT, and they gave us a good enough budget to really shoot the show the right way. And what is so crazy, I know a little bit about wrestling. I watched the WWE. It's the only show in town. It's pretty much a cookie-cutter, repetitive type little situation. And I didn't watch for a while, but I've really been watching it lately just to microscope it.
You still friends with Vince?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait till you see what we've got. I mean, it is going to blow your mind when you see, and Bubba's going to probably do the voiceovers for us. He said he would. But when you see what we've got, it's going to give, it's like the art form. It tells a story. The good guys, the bad guys, get on the edge of your seat, you cheer, you boo. It's what they're...
That sounds... I would watch that.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
It's not... And we had Tiffany. Oh, my God. When I eliminated Tiffany, you know how Donald Trump says you're fired?
Yeah.
You know what my line was?
What was it?
You're a jabroni. Get out of my ring. When I said it to Tiffany, the singer, she wanted to fight me. She went out in the parking lot, wanted to fight me.
She becomes a wrestler, too?
She wrestled. We had this girl named Erin that was Tabitha on Bewitched. We had this Playboy girl, Nikki Ziering.
Yeah.
And we had
we
this
know Nikki.
Trish Shell from The Real World that would in the hot tub with everybody doing her thing. You know?
Really?
And so it was insanely insane. Oh my God.
And what about...
This is the greatest of all. Frank Stallone started out working his gimmick, doing his big brother Sly Stallone boxing gimmick.
Yeah.
2 weeks into the show, he found himself. He became a full-blown drag queen.
What?
And I told Frank, I said, Frank, we don't have these clothes in wardrobe. He goes, Don't worry, I'll bring them from home.
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone is a
Wait till you see this full-blown drag queen. He found himself.
What do you mean found himself? You mean he
found his character. It has to be an extension of it. It has to be an extension of what you really are for it to work.
So you're telling me he had a closet full of women's clothes at home?
All I got to tell you is after the last show, when we had the rap party, he didn't take the eyelashes off. He didn't take the makeup off.
Holy shit.
He didn't take the clothes off. Frank Stallone found himself, brother.
I can't even believe it.
Ask him about it. I told him I was going to.
Also, what is this, American Gladiators, Monday nights, 8 o'clock on NBC? You're part of that?
Yeah, bro. Oh, stop it, man.
This is the second
what
season.
Is your...
I don't know anything about American Gladiators.
I'm going to tell Brooke never to talk to you again.
Oh, I'm going to.
Layla Ali.
I'm getting married.
Layla Ali is
I be your son-in-law?
I wish you were. Layla Ali.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Layla Ali.
I treat her right, I'll tell you that.
I know you would. Layla Ali is my co-host.
And she wouldn't be in Playboy.
Can I talk about Layla?
Well, he's talking about marrying your daughter.
Okay.
Talking about marrying your daughter now, and you're going to talk about Layla Ali?
If she's married to you, she wouldn't have to be in Playboy. Layla Ali is my co-host.
Right.
She's doing great. We got American Gladiators coming up this Monday night. It's like the semifinals, the first hour from 8 to 9. Then from 9 to 10, we got the finals for American Gladiators.
It's on
NBC, 8 o'clock.
I know a girl who actually competes in it. And this girl is an animal.
And you know what else I want you to check out?
Yes.
I finally got my website up and running, HulkHogan.com, and I've got something you guys need.
What?
I've got Hulk Hogan energy granules.
What's
now
that?
listen, don't horseshit me. What do you mean energy granules?
I need them right now.
Let's say I'm going for a run. I got to go run 6 miles.
What it is, you know how Red Bull has that edgy aftertaste and stuff to it? I had the Hulk Hogan granules on the set of Celebrity Championship Wrestling. Everybody loved them because
Are they caffeinated?
Yeah, there's a little bit of caffeine in it.
Right.
But I'm telling you, bro, it's the best thing going. I did the whole thing with all the energy drinks, the Red Bull, the Monster, but the Hulk Hogan energy granules. I'm telling you, it's going to be a home run.
How many calories are in it?
None.
Zero. You know, I got to maintain this figure. I can't.
You look great. But when you get a chance, I'm serious, go to HulkHogan.com and check it out. I'm trying, brother.
Listen.
You have any of those here today? I could use one right now.
I wish, bro.
Look at him. He's falling
He's
apart
falling
over there.
asleep
Help
right
him out.
No, granules. I'm going to get that.
He needs a granule. He needs.
So how's
energy.
my boy Bubba doing, honestly?
Bubba is doing great. Number one, Bubba is number one in Tampa. He went back on terrestrial radio.
I heard he's getting more stations.
He's getting more stations. He's doing great, and I congratulate him for that. Secondly, he's kicking ass here on Sirius. He's got the, he's on our channels.
Yeah.
He's got the second most listened to show on Sirius.
On Sirius,
that's awesome.
And he's doing fantastically well. And
but you're the one that hired him and gave him the shot because nobody else would touch him.
You're damn right. We met, and I saw he was a good guy and a decent human being and a talented guy, and I'm glad I have an association with him, to be quite honest with you. And it's been a very, very positive association. I just spoke to him yesterday on the phone. We talked for a couple of minutes.
Is that right?
We check in with each other, and we see how things are going.
Because, I mean, now, with the merger, we have a universe of about 20 million people.
Yeah.
How come you won't hire me to do a radio show?
Do you
real talk with Hulk Hogan?
You want to do a radio show?
Oh, yeah.
Are you up to it?
I could do it. Could I work out of Bubba's studio in Tampa?
I don't see why not. Why not?
That'd be awesome.
And you're going to talk real. I mean, you're going to tell me. Actually, you kind of do.
The only thing I got going
talk a lot more real than I do.
Dude, he has been.
The only thing I got going for me now is the truth. If I did it, I'm going to say I did it.
It works. It works for you. All right, well, we'll talk about it. I'll get you hooked up with Tim Sabian. We're going to start a dialogue.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Who's the guy at the top? Greenstein?
Scott Greenstein.
Yeah, Greenstein.
All right, well, we'll talk to Greenstein, too.
He said something to me about that a few years ago, but it was time I was too busy running around. But I think maybe if we did it and got real talk with Hulk Hogan, brother.
Yeah, maybe that's something you got to explore. Look, you got a lot going on. You got American Gladiators.
Yes, sir.
You got
how many more shows can you do?
You got Celebrity Championship Wrestling this fall on CMT. You got all this shit going on.
Don't forget HulkHogan.com. Come on.
And HulkHogan.com and the caffeinated...
the energy granules.
The energy granules.
If it acts like speed, I'm
What do you do with the granules? Do you pop them in your mouth or do you put them in water? What do you do with these?
You do whatever you want.
You can put them they're like pixie sticks, and they just dissolve right in your mouth. They taste great.
And you're actively involved in the company? You believe in the product, or you just you're out there just...
No, the stuff's good, man. It's really good. I need to send you guys a few cases.
Send me some cases. I'm going to start taking it.
Really?
I'll see what happens.
Will you really?
Yeah, sure I will.
You'll tell me if you like it?
Yeah, I would try it.
That's awesome, man.
Look.
Don't come in here with a priapism.
And by the way, if Brooke does Playboy, I'm going to have to look at the pictures.
Why don't you bring Brooke in here and have a talk with her about this?
Oh, I talk. You know what? I got to tell you about your daughter. I'm going to tell you something.
Wait till you see her now, bro.
What do you mean?
She's got in crazy shape.
Chiseled?
Training. She went through that.
I find her very attractive. I have to say. She's a young girl. I know what you're saying.
No. But now she's 20 years old. All of a sudden, that.
If I was single, I would go. But I'd be afraid. You know what? Let's say I start a relationship with her and it doesn't work out. You're going to come looking for me. I don't want that. I don't need that aggravation.
Well, there must have been some other guys who've had relationships with Brooke. He hasn't killed anybody yet.
Yeah, but me, it's different.
Oh, he'll kill you.
Howard.
Look at me. You really want me all over your beautiful little daughter? Come on, think about it. You know what? It wouldn't work. Forget it.
It wouldn't work?
No.
I don't need any more problems.
You don't need me in your life. I'm telling you right now. What is it, Ralph? What do you want to say to Hulk real quick?
Hey, now, Hulk, great guest. I mean, it'd be really great if you could talk about everything. Obviously, your lawyer's there and stuff. And be
well, he's pretty much, what do you think is missing from the story?
He's been pretty open.
I'm sure there's can you imagine how great it'll be when he's back and he can talk about everything, right?
I feel like your lawyer didn't step in once.
The lawyer stopped him on one question and one question
whether
only.
he was fucking. Pre-separation.
Why, Hulk, would you and Howard? I mean, why not have Brooke do Playboy? This can only help your career at this point. Look at what it did for Paris Hilton, that sex tape and everything.
No.
But she's got. You see,
she's got something going on.
I tell you, this is what I would tell. I'll tell you what she has going on. She's got a hit reality show. Now you're going to say, "Oh, so what? What do you mean? Oh, come on."
Come on.
She could probably make a ton of dough right now just being a personality from the TV show, meaning appearances, going out and doing all these different things. Second you do Playboy, it does take it into another realm.
No, not these days.
You don't think so?
No.
Although Carmen Electra did Playboy, Pam Anderson did Playboy, but Pam Anderson didn't have a reality show when she did Playboy.
But that's the point.
Doesn't she have a reality show now?
Now she does.
Now she does.
But she started her career by doing Playboy. She didn't.
And then she went to Baywatch and exploded. So
That's
right,
true.
but Brooke already has a television presence.
I mean, do you think Hulk wants to know if his daughter's totally shaved? Seriously, do you know?
No, bro, I don't know, and I don't care.
That.
But the thing is, I didn't squash it. I said, tell them you're interested and see what they want. Think about it, and just make the right decision.
All right,
I'll tell her to call me. She should do it.
Oh God,
Ralph wants to be
because you'll
Ralph Mania is running wild.
Yeah. Well, listen, Hulkster.
Thank you.
It's great seeing you. I'm sorry you're going through all this.
It's okay, brother. I'm going to be good, man.
This is a tough part of your life, but we hope that it passes painlessly or as
pain-free
as possible. And
but you know what, dude? The weird thing is I was telling Larry King, a month or so ago, that when I go out in the street, the people are so supportive, and they're so positive. I think everybody's kind of figured out who everybody is now,
Yeah, I don't know what to think. Listen, I don't know Linda. You know what I mean? I just know you, and I know what you're saying and stuff, and I don't know what her side of the story is and all that. And believe me, that's going to be the show. When you and Linda come in here and we work it right out on the air. If she was here right now, I guarantee you we'd work this thing right out. You want to know what? I'm going to tell you something. If you ever do speak to Linda or your lawyer's lawyer speaks to the lawyer, tell her, come in on here with Hulk. I guarantee you. I could bang out an agreement between the two of you in an hour.
I'll be back tomorrow.
You're back tomorrow.
And
You're that good.
And I'll tell you why I'm that good. Listen, I went through a divorce.
Yes, but both of you are reasonable human beings.
I guarantee you there's a reasonable point that you can make everybody see, and I could do it.
All right.
I'm not bullshitting you.
He's offering.
I could sit down there and say, listen, here's the millions you're going to save in legal fees if we bang this out right now. Here's the realistic best deal that a person ever got in Florida or California or New York. And if I say that to Linda and I show it to her.
Do you ever take into account the other party wants to inflict pain and suffering?
Yes.
Thank you.
I will take that into account. And I'll...
What? What will you do then?
I'll let her piss on Hulk's face, okay? And then it'll be over. You're going to have to take some humiliation. You just lay down on the floor.
I've been eating shit sandwiches for 20 years.
There you go. A little piss ain't going to hurt. All right, listen.
You're brutal.
I am putting that out. I am putting that out there, and I'm not kidding about it. I think I could get it done. And I'm not just bullshitting you. I really do. I think I'm a rational guy. Dave, line it up.
Well, line it up.
Why are you on the phone with us? Why aren't you on the phone with a lawyer? You just heard what I said. So that's the problem with you. Everyone's paying you to be on the phone. Now get on there, okay, Dave?
All right.
There
We're
he
in
is.
charge. We'll have you down there.
All right, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's afraid of guys like me. I'll straighten the whole fucking thing out.
I wish.
You're not kidding. All right, look. Be well. We'll meet again.
Thank you.
All right. Hulk Hogan, everybody.
Yeah.
Hulk, how'd it go, man?
It went great. It went real good. We're just making money in the free world. Everything's cool, man. Howard let me talk about HulkHogan.com, which is a good thing. And we talked about the ex-wife. What is that? Wife, ex-wife, whatever it is.
Soon
Chuck, you know something
soon
about
to
that
be
stuff.
ex-wife.
Come on, Zito. Wait a minute. We can get Pam Anderson's opinion about exes. Chuck Zito's opinion about exes.
I got
When
one,
does
too.
the pain end? When does the pain end? When does the hatred?
Stop getting married.
It stays.
That's what they tell me.
It stays.
I like the weddings, but the marriages are hard.
Weddings are fun, right?
The marriage is like commitment and shit.
Yeah.
That's why there's 3 rings to a marriage: engagement ring, wedding ring, and suffering.
Damn, brother.
Ooh, that was heavy, brother.
Wow, dude.
That's
Man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Words of
strong.
wisdom.
You know what they say? Don't get married, just buy a woman you hate a house.
That's a lot cheaper. No doubt.
See,
Not for me.
when I got divorced from my wife, I didn't know what good housekeeper she was. When we got divorced, she kept the house.
Jeez.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
So you had a good time then today?
Yeah, it was cool. No pressure. You know, last time I was in there with my wife, it was brutal. It was brutal.
Is it hard talking about that stuff now?
Not anymore. Not anymore, man. We're cool. You know, I just hope that my 50-year-old wife and her 19-year-old boyfriend are happy sleeping.
Fight against John Wayne Bobbitt was supposed to occur, and what I've heard is that John Wayne Bobbitt got checked out medically right before the fight, as they often do in these things, and his blood pressure was so high they wouldn't let Levy fight this guy.
Are you kidding me? John Wayne Bobbitt was the problem?
Yeah, he was out of shape. And then the next thing I heard was that, like, you know, Beetle went out and boxed that other midget. And,
the little guy, yeah.
and that's kind of like
Dominic.
WWF. They make it so Beetle wins.
Oh, really? It's all arranged.
Well, yeah.
Beetle couldn't live with himself if he lost.
Right. They make it so Beetle wins. But it's just funny to watch, evidently. But okay, fine. And but if you're going to do that, have him fight like a 6'9" guy.
And still win.
And still win.
Why another midget?
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, the other midget's shorter than him.
Yeah, they always put him up against another midget. But, like, if you're going to fake it, make it funny.
Yeah, because it's believable. It's weird. Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, let him fight
Jose Canseco.
A regular size
Yeah,
guy.
let him fight Jose Canseco.
I bet Canseco would do it at this point.
He's available?
Yeah.
So then the other thing was that, so Levy went out and boxed a guy.
They just pulled up anybody.
I don't know. Gary, can you explain who Levy fought? Because Gary thinks it was just like fixed or something. Like
that he was never going to fight John Wayne Bobbitt?
Sal, give me the whole rundown on it.
So what happened was, like you said, Bobbitt had high blood pressure.
Okay.
And I find that kind of odd because he's finding guys been on coke and drugs and liquor his whole life. That's not a
that
problem.
Part of it. I thought that was real. I'm just saying.
It is real. It is real. And they couldn't sanction it because they could have gotten a lot of trouble if, God forbid, something happened. Right. So they put in this other guy out of the blue, some backup boxer to fight.
But didn't
Levy.
you say it looked like it was fixed?
I mean, at first I thought that, but apparently I talked to Levy afterwards. It definitely wasn't fixed from what he said.
Why would there be a backup?
It didn't look fixed.
He's drinking that fucking Kool-Aid.
All right, go ahead.
Ignore him.
Wait, hold on. I can tell you what
He
happened.
got paid to be there, so ignore him.
Let Gary do it.
Because you have an agenda.
Because you're ruining this. You're not telling the truth.
I am.
You're not telling you what you just told me, what we just
I
talked
said
about
the way
out there.
the guy wobbled, he wobbled like a cartoon character, and that looked fixed.
Right.
And then when
okay, Gary, why don't you tell this
Everybody said that the guy fought earlier, and he fought a fight, and he lost, but you could see that the guy could clearly fight.
Right.
Suddenly, he got to fighting Levy. He didn't know how to fight.
Right.
And it looked retarded. Levy hit him, and the guy wobbled all over the place. It looked like a cartoon character.
So you're saying Levy scored a knockout?
Yeah, well, yeah. There it is. That's it. There's the fight here.
Oh, please. This looks like the WWE.
I didn't really.
Oh, Howard, watch it again.
Yeah, I missed it.
Howard, I agree with Gary. It's awful.
First of all, why aren't his hands up? I love that going down to the knee.
But so Bob won that fight.
I got to tell you, if the fight was fixed, Bob might be the only guy I know in the history of boxing who, in a fixed fight, got a black eye.
And he pulled his shoulder out.
Right.
He was sent to the hospital.
So can I?
He was into that.
You know, Levy's a friend of mine. I desperately don't.
What is he doing?
I don't want to get the guy in a position where I'm costing him money by my opinion on shit because maybe he's making money on this. I don't know.
I don't think he is. That's the whole point.
Yeah. So what the fuck is he doing? If that was fixed and it looks like it was, what is Bob's agenda?
I think Bob
what's he involved
wants
with?
to get somehow to a bigger level in show business, and in some convoluted way he feels with all
This
of
is
this.
giving him a name? fame.
It's giving him something to do other than comedy.
It's not making him. It's not making him any more money, and it's not giving him any more PR.
It makes any sense. I'm telling you what's in his head.
But it doesn't. In other words, the only PR he gets is coming on the show, which we put him on anyway without the fighting.
Well, yeah, but it gives him an agenda that's sort of interesting.
Let me ask you something now.
I don't know.
I am of the opinion that he was never fighting John Wayne Bobbitt.
I don't believe that.
Look, why do they have a backup boxer?
Because it was a guy who just fought from another
He fought
fight.
earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So he had fought someone else already?
Yeah, like an hour ago.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was just there. They had to get somebody in the ring with Bob.
And they said when he fought an hour earlier, Robin, he did not look like that guy you just saw.
No, but I mean, watch the part where he goes towards the ropes. All of a sudden, he does like the monster mash or something.
I got one more. I know it's visual, but you just need to see it. You have to watch Beetlejuice and Dominic. They fight. Dominic's kicking the crap out of him. Then suddenly Beetlejuice musters up the energy, and he knocks out Dominic.
I gotta see.
But again,
that's a fix.
Yeah.
There they go. His beat.
Dominic's wailing all over.
Dominic's wailing on him. Boom. One punch.
That's funny. At least Dominic takes a good dive.
Well, when is that going to be on Howard TV, all of this?
I'm not sure.
Is Bobby's fight going to be on too?
I hope so.
Yeah.
We're going to try to put everything on. I'd put it on this second if I could, but tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? That's the greatest.
That is the best.
Beatles fight's the best.
Yeah.
I need to see that again.
A lot of action.
But there's Beat taking a beating. And then Beat just one big powerhouse punch, and down goes Dominic, and the fight is over.
What a shot.
Everyone's laughing.
That's a hard right hand.
I don't even think that hard right hand hit him.
Somebody told me Levy's in the hospital.
He went to the hospital that night because he popped his shoulder out. Levy went to swing at that guy, and he missed, and he popped his shoulder out when he missed.
Here we go. Oh my, Dominic coming out with huge bombs. Oh, he's going low, he's going high. Beetle has yet to throw a punch. Beetle is being swarmed right now by Dominic. It's not having any effect on him. Now Beetle starts throwing back. Look out! Dominic running away. Beetle playing rope-a-dope. Wow! Unbelievable. Beetle is taking all the shots, and he's not being fazed by it. He's walking through Dominic's barrage. And he puts his arms up, thinking he won when the ref separated. The ref apparently counting it a standing knockdown and giving Beetle an 8 count. Beetle thinking he won the fight. And now they go back at it. Big Papa throwing vicious overhand rights. Now Beat winding up, getting ready. Beat's trainer Bobby Rooney yelling for him to punch, and there's the end of round one, and Beetle nails him with a shot at the end of the bell. Wow. Bobby Rooney's trainer giving me a confident thumbs up. Round number 2. Oh, here we go. Beetle swinging wildly. These two hitting each other. Oh, Dominic's hurt. Dominic's hurt. Dominic's hurt. He's trying to get Beetle to come in on him. Dominic's definitely out of gas. There he goes. Dominic is down. Dominic is down and his glove is off. Dominic is down, his glove is off. Beetle has his hands up. Dominic looks wasted, I'll be honest with you. If you've ever seen a drunk guy fighting outside a bar at 3 a.m., this is what it looks like. And that was ruled a knockdown by the referee. Here we go. Boom! Beetle taking a big overhand right again to the back of the head. Not phasing him. Beetle holding, taking all his punches. Took a couple flush, and now Beetle throws back. Dominic down again. Dominic is completely out of energy. Big Papa looks like he's ready to vomit. Here we go. Papa with a solid shot. Beetle taking him on as usual. Bam! A huge right by Beetlejuice. And Papa is down flat on his back. My! His legs are still there. The referee giving him an 8 count. Asking him where he is. All right. Dominic talked a big game before this fight. Let's see what happens. Third and final round. Here we go. Dominic again with an overhand right. Combos, and Beetle slugs him with a solid right. Dominic hurt. Oh my! Dominic hit Beetlejuice with a hard shot, and he went down. That one definitely hurt Dominic, and not only did he not see it, I didn't see it. Here we go again. Beetle taking a shot. That Beetle can take a punch. Dominic just throwing almost lifeless punches. Wow! Beetle just annihilated him. That's it. Dominic's corner throwing in the towel. Beetle has won the bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to a medical mix-up, we have a late scratch in tonight's championship matchup. Fighting out of the red corner of the Party Development Gym right here in Broomall, residing in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Please welcome Thomas the Z-Bar Bushman. He will be fighting for John Wayne Bobbitt, who we apologize is not able to be up here tonight. Spent some time down in Northern Virginia, your blood pressure can really go up living down there with the traffic. We hope he'll be alright, but we do apologize to everybody out here. We're sorry he's not able to be here, but his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner with a 0-1 record, fighting out of Philadelphia Sports Club from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He hates people, especially you. Please welcome the Reverend Bob Levy! Ladies and gentlemen, before we get the fight started tonight, we'd like to welcome up, as he made the trip all the way here, please welcome John Wayne Bobbitt!
Because I have high blood pressure, I guess. I don't believe that's true, but... See, I want to fight, but they said I can't. I came all the way over here to fight and show you guys that good fight, but obviously you won't let me fight. Why don't fight? Let me fight, right? I'm here to fight.
Today we checked his high blood pressure. John's a real nice guy. Unfortunately, in this situation, right? Dude, that's the way it is. It's my fucking career. You know what I'm saying? The doctor said no. I'm not going to jeopardize this. You're more than welcome to fight in January of the year. Blood pressure, but I can't fuck around. Excuse my language.
Bob moving around, throwing the jab. Right hand. Oh my, Bob nailed him with a huge right. Oh, and a left. Bob hurt him with his first punch. Look at Bob. Bob putting it together. Levy showing him. That body shot looked like it hurt Levy. He backed up off of it. But Bob, man, coming out with some really huge overhand hooks, rights and lefts, and connected. And you saw the opponent just blink and dazed look on his face. Oh, and now Bobby got hit with a straight right. And now again. And now it looks like, oh, and Bob's taking a lot of body shots right now. Look out. Big right by Bob Levy. Big right. Bob looking to pick his shots. He's measuring them with that little faint jab. Bob throwing the jab, working off of it, throwing it right. Oh, and a solid shot by Bob. Bob getting caught with a solid shot. Oh, wow. And a big bomb. Look out. His opponent looks hurt. He's dazed, his legs buckled. Bob going to a neutral corner. Leon shouting instructions at him. Bob really connecting with a huge right. He's been talking about it. He's saying how he has a huge right, and he's been connecting with it. Second round is over. And it's round 3. Here we go. Bob again, taking his time. Throwing a jab. Oh, look at the defense. Look out. And Bob's getting hit with a big right. Oh, he just got hit with another big right. And another one. He looks woozy. Bob looks hurt. Bob looks hurt. He's taking shots. I think they're giving Bob a standing 8 count. The referee considering that a standing knockdown. Bob looks dazed. He looks woozy. He's ready. Leon yelling to Bob to keep your hands up. Bob is measuring his opponent, but he's leaving his arms and his face wide open. Any shot could drop him. There was a big, oh my. Bob just took a huge shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision, the Reverend
because I have a book out, I have an EP out, I'm talking to Howard Stern about it, and I'm really excited. I've heard a lot of things that Howard has said about me, and I'm grateful. So I'm excited to meet him and be able to talk to him, and I think it's going to be awesome. I'm going to have a lot of fun.
So what do you think Howard's going to want to talk about today? He's given you a lot of props in the past.
Yeah, it's great. I'm incredibly grateful. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous because he is Howard Stern. He is unpredictable, but it's going to be fun.
Sanjaya, if you remember Sanjaya, he was on American Idol. At the time we got behind him to vote for Sanjaya.
Yeah, I think it was 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago. Has it been 2 seasons already?
It's 2 seasons since Sanjaya.
I always judge the passage of time. Oh, there's Sanjaya. How you doing, Sanjaya? Good to see you. Sanjaya was a contestant on American Idol. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
We worked hard to get you to be the American Idol, and we almost got you in.
You did plenty. You did more than your share.
Oh, he didn't win?
No.
He didn't win.
No.
I think the fix was in at a certain point.
Were you like was you second?
No.
You were about 4th.
7th.
You were 7th.
7th.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Got you almost all the way through.
That's right.
How old are you now?
How many finalists
I'm
are
19.
there?
You're 19?
There's 10 that go on tour.
Well, but what is the entire number of finalists for the TV series? Isn't it 25?
Yeah, 24.
24, okay.
You know, here's the thing. When you were on American Idol, everyone was goofing on you that you couldn't sing. And the idea was, hey, let's put Sanjay through. But you passed the audition.
Yeah.
And what did you sing at your audition?
Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
Signed, Sealed, Delivered. They liked you.
Mm-hmm.
So it means you had an ability to sing.
Well, yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, everyone turned on you, right? The
Yeah.
judges turned on you. They turned you into a bit of a joke.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. You seemed like you took it, but you had to be in great pain over this when Simon and all of them were like almost laughing in your face.
Basically, Simon was saying you didn't belong there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's to a certain extent it was a little painful because I'm an artist. I'm trying to go out there and do my craft and then get like beat down for it. But on the other side, it's like these people are there. Simon, in particular, is there to be rough on you, to be just like you're here to be outrageous.
But you have a good attitude about it. I don't know that I would have. I would have punched him.
A lot of times, especially with the young guys or girls, you think, is it really okay to be beating up on somebody who's 17, 18, 16, being that hard on them in their formative years?
Well, isn't it true on American Idol, and you say this in your new book, that they give you a counselor after you're voted off American Idol, almost like when a guy gets out of war and they need when you get voted off of American Idol, it's a great deflation to your ego. In other words, here you've been in this America's most popular show. They're afraid some kids might hurt themselves, right?
Yeah, well, there's people that have hurt themselves just not getting through the first audition.
That's true. They take it that hard.
Yeah.
Did you go through a period of time like, oh my God, what am I going to do now?
No, because at that point I was on tour. I had gotten to the top 7, so I was like,
something
totally
was going
content.
to happen
I was
in your life anyway.
Jennifer Hudson was number 7, so obviously that didn't affect her.
What happened when you went on tour? You choose a couple of songs, you go out there, you sing a few songs every night, and they pay you well or no?
Well, they pay you for each show, and we do.
When you say you get paid for each show, what kind of money do you get for each show?
Well, I have kind of a warped sense of because my first job was American Idol. Like my first paying job was like the tour.
Where did you work before that? How did you make money before that?
I was in school.
Yeah, you
were high school, right?
I was a sophomore in high school. So.
Go ahead. Yeah, so you never had a job. So what kind of money did they pay you?
It was pretty. I was able to right afterwards go to New Zealand and move to LA and get my sister a Prius, and so I was really comfortable. And then I realized after a while that you have to get more money in order to maintain it. So,
did you spend all of your American Idol money? Do you think you were a little unwise that way?
Most definitely.
Because you shouldn't go out and buy your sister a car. You should probably just bank some of the money in case there are lean times, right?
Well, yeah, I banked some of it, but I was definitely literally my first paycheck before that was working for family, $2,000, and that was wow.
Right.
And then so I go on the tour and I'm making legitimate money, and
Do you have no one in your life who would sit you down and say, "Hey, son, listen, don't spend all this money. Be smart about it. It's not going to last."
So
forever.
you're saying a parent would have done that because you said son.
Right.
Yeah, I had people telling me that, but you
didn't listen.
I didn't listen.
You got the money. You were old enough that they handed you the money.
Well, yeah, I was at the end of the tour. I turned a week before the end of the tour. I turned 18. So
But it hasn't been easy for you. Your mom went to jail, right? I was reading. Now, is that in your book that your mom went to jail?
I might have briefly mentioned it, but
she went to jail for putting you on American Idol.
Yeah. Can you believe this?
Actually, I fought her to go on American Idol. She didn't. She wanted me to wait a year.
Did you? Why'd your mom go to jail? What was she doing?
It was overblown marijuana operation that she had for medical uses. She was growing for medical uses.
All right.
Where did she live?
In Seattle.
So she didn't have a marijuana operation. She had an operation that caused her to use marijuana.
No, he's saying she grew marijuana for medical purposes.
Oh.
Yeah.
But in Seattle, is that legal? It's not legal.
Well, there's certain, it's a gray area for medical uses. So it's.
Wait, so what are you, an Indian guy or what?
My dad's from India.
And where's your mom from?
My mom's dad's family is from Italy, and then her mom is English Irish.
So she's like a white type of broad, and then your dad was an Indian, so you guys came up with kind of a mixture over there. Now, I got to say, how's that sister of yours? I found her quite attractive.
Thank you. She's doing good. She's actually, she wanted to call in, but I don't know if she's...
Why should she hog your airtime? You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's listening in her Prius.
Yeah. I hope she sold that at Prius and gave you back the money.
Well, I'm living in New York, so I'm not driving, but when I go back to Seattle, I get to drive it because it's technically my car.
She's quite attractive. Does she have a boyfriend?
Yes, she does.
She does.
Yeah.
And what's she doing with herself?
She's in Seattle right now, but she's writing music. She's working...
Is she sexually active?
I'm sure. I don't...
How old is she?
Do you think she's gotten it?
Huh?
You think she's gotten it?
Gotten what? Sex?
Yeah, the ween.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah?
How old is she?
She's 21.
She living with this guy?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
And they're celibate, Howard.
Yeah, they're saving themselves for marriage.
So he's doing it. You think that's her first?
No.
She's been around the block, that chick, huh?
Not around the block, but she's had previous relationships.
Now, you mentioned in your book, now I got to be honest with you, I thought you were gay.
Okay, a lot of people have.
I think you're a gay American, and I still think it. Because,
really?
Well, you're very effeminate. You know what I mean? You're a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
And you have a very slight build. And I say to myself,
you're going to make him gay.
Well, no. I assumed you were gay. You claim in the book you're straight.
Let me say something, Howard, because I, like you and many others, thought that too, watching him on the show. But when he walked in here, I did not get a gay vibe.
Yeah, I'm not getting a gay vibe. But then again, I'm the last one to know. I have no gaydar whatsoever. I'm so masculine in the traditional sense.
You didn't know I was on heroin.
I didn't know he was on heroin, and he's been on it for years.
He's sitting right next to you.
Would you do me a favor to prove that you're straight? Will you fuck Robin right now?
Oh, stop it.
Would you mind?
It's not necessary.
Sanjaya, would you mind giving her sex right now? She needs it badly. She had a trauma-filled weekend with Matt.
I'm sorry.
You can't do it?
I could do it. Unfortunately, I have a girlfriend. So
it's
come
okay.
on.
I get in trouble.
Robin, take off your clothes and let's start it in right now.
He could give me a massage.
Just don't get in a relationship with her. It costs $800 for a bottle of wine.
You're not kidding. She's expensive.
Oh.
No, so when did you bang your first broad?
When I was 16.
16? Mm-hmm. See this? You see, I jumped to conclusions about
So
you.
you're watching him on the show thinking he's never had a girl. And he did.
16, you banged your first chick. You're a good-looking dude. I bet you can get chicks easily, huh?
I could, but like I said, I've been in a relationship for a year now. So
look at you, banging chicks. The hell do I know? You really never kissed a guy? Never took it in the ass? Nothing. I bet you guys proposition you.
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. I can see that. Fred wants to talk to you about maybe sleeping with you. I don't know. He loves it. He goes both ways.
Nice.
But no kidding.
Color me disappointed.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, I don't get a gay vibe looking at you now.
Well, good. I mean,
nothing wrong with being gay.
No, gay people are awesome.
Gay at all.
Yeah, right. I got no problem with it. I'm just saying that's what I figured for sure. So what, like, don't you think people who go down and audition for American Idol are a little bit wacky in the sense that, I mean, it is a wacky thing, right? To do this. What did you do? You woke up one morning and said, I'm going to go down to American Idol, or did you plot this thing out?
I had friends that were plotting it out, and like we didn't know it was coming to Seattle, so I had a group of friends that was gonna drive down to California, and they're like, "Oh, Sanjay, come with us. We'll go and audition." I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like,
and your sister was in on this too.
Well, she didn't.
Around, did they not think they could actually sing? They were just like, hey, we'll make the show, we'll be goofy or something?
It was my choir, so like my school choir, so they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get on, we'll all get on together.
You were in the choir in school?
Oh yeah.
And you're not gay?
Nope. Choir chicks are hot.
No, I know.
On the last show, so when we were doing this whole thing, when you were on American Idol, and we were like, hey, vote for Sanjaya. You had said, you kind of said, look, I don't know Howard Stern, I don't know anything about him. And I don't care about that, and that's not the way I'm going to win American Idol. But do you now think that maybe we did help contribute to your long
longevity?
run?
I know for a fact that a majority of the people that come up to me on the streets are people that say, "Oh, I'm a huge fan of Howard Stern. I'm a fan of you." Blah blah. And so
I voted for you many times.
We were behind you, and I never have voted in American Idol. I used to vote every week.
That's right.
I never voted for you.
Now, you were treated disrespectfully, and let me get your feelings on this. You, on the last show, you did a duet with Steve Perry of Aerosmith, who is a great, great guy.
Yeah.
Not Joe Perry. Joe Perry, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Steve Perry is not a great guy. He's from Journey. I'm talking about Joe Perry. But you originally requested to do your duet with Ozzy Osbourne, and he refused to do it with you. Is that true?
Well, it was kind of like they were trying to set up a duet with Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know the logistics of it all.
But he said, no, I don't want to be with Sanjay.
But wait a minute, I don't understand what happened. So you decide who you want, or do you know that there's a list of people who are going to be on the show?
I didn't know that I was going to sing with Joe Perry until the rehearsal. And I went out on stage, and like first I saw him rehearsing with other people, and then I went out on stage and realized
he's with you.
Wow. So
deal,
yeah, and then but after the show, I did like the press tour or whatever. I did Jay Leno, and Ozzy Osbourne was on it with me. So I mean,
it was no big deal.
Yeah.
So when you go on American Idol and all this fame hits, and
everybody in the country practically knows your name.
Yeah, I mean, was it a good experience or was it a bad experience because you started to become, hey, vote for the worst, vote for Sanjaya, this and that? Does it become like a goof and you feel like, hey, everyone's goofing on me?
No, I mean, it's definitely mixed feelings while it's happening, but overall, it's obviously a good thing. I've been working in myself to be a musician my entire life. I hadn't actually worked as a musician, but I've been like.
You making money now still?
Yeah. I mean,
what are you doing? Give me what's going on. You got a book out.
Yeah.
Sanjaya, by the way, has a brand new book, Dancing to the Music in My Head, Memoirs of the People's Idols in stores today. And you have a record album out.
I have an EP.
EP? What the hell is that?
What does that mean?
5 songs.
5 songs.
Yeah.
And where do I get that?
Amazon.com.
Oh, so you're selling it on there. Yep. And what is it? Dance music? What kind of music is it?
You can dance to it. It definitely has, like, really good beats. It's world influence, very much so. So a lot of the beats are, like, tablas or djembes or something like that. And then...
Are we going to listen to a little?
Did you write the music? Yeah. Did you write the music?
I wrote some of it. I had co-writers as well. My sister helped me write. A couple family members helped me write. So it's really been...
How far would you go to be famous? Would you appear nude in a magazine?
I've been asked this question, and it's a dangerous answer because it totally depends on... I would if it was a really classy magazine. I wouldn't do, like, Playgirl.
You would show your penis and balls?
Depending on
Let's
how...
say it was a classy magazine like Time Magazine.
Time Magazine isn't doing
They
that.
don't do nude,
No.
Robin?
National Geographic.
No, I'm saying, let's say it was an artistic endeavor.
Yeah.
You would show your penis and balls in a magazine?
In the future, done right, yes. I'm not very modest.
You're open to that.
I have a feeling you are very large in the pants if you would do that. Am I correct? You got a big hose? Be honest.
I haven't really seen anything else to compare it to. So.
Bullshit. You've seen guys in high school and stuff.
I wasn't in... I did PE 1 year, and I didn't have to change in front of anyone.
You've never seen a guy naked?
Not accidentally at a party, but I wasn't paying attention.
How big was his penis? Was it bigger than yours?
His nickname was Frankie Footlong, and it wasn't an exaggeration. So
he was very big.
Yeah, so it's...
What are you hanging with him for?
Do you, so in other words, if you're willing to take your clothes off in a magazine, you would have to be large. No man who is small would be in a magazine if he wasn't. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Have you ever measured your penis or balls?
What kind of an...
Well, this is an interesting interview.
Well, I don't know. I know a lot of guys that have. It's not...
You never measured yours?
In the past, I have.
You have?
Not recently.
Were you more than 6 inches or below 6 inches?
I haven't measured myself in quite a long time.
All right. When you did measure yourself,
how old?
I'll tell you my measurement. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you my measurement if you tell me yours.
His 13-year-old measurement.
I bet you beat me at 13.
At 13, I was under 6 inches.
Fully erect?
Yes.
Okay. Well, fully erect. Now, I was an adult man. I was 6 inches. Exactly. Right, Robin? Wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. I think you approached 6.
I was 45 when I was measured.
When did your cock stop growing?
My cock stopped growing when I was very young.
I was going to say, like, when is that?
I'm only 6 inches.
Because I'm hoping it's 50 or something.
And I'm 6'5". I should be 8 inches because it would look much better.
Hey, that would be proportional.
It doesn't look that good when I'm nude, I'll be honest.
You're not going to be posing in a magazine?
Oh, no.
Is that what you're saying?
No way. Not with my big belly and widespread ass, and there's no way. You know what I'm saying? So you say, so then when you went out on this tour, American Idol tour, a lot of girls hit on you and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
And you didn't take advantage of it?
No, because...
You didn't do the groupie thing?
I have time for group. I mean, it's not... I don't know. I wasn't really...
See, that makes me suspicious that you could be a little bit gay.
No, because I don't know. I don't have to just get all the chicks that
You ever bang an older broad? I'm talking about like a 30-year-old.
No.
Nothing.
No,
You
the
got
oldest I've done is 19 when I was 18. It was just
19.
You ever fuck like a great grandma, like 55 or something?
Yeah.
What is that life like? Are you guys all living in one place, closed away from the world, unaware of what's going on around you?
Yeah, pretty much. We're pretty much just like in a bubble. And like every once in a while you can go on blogs and stuff and see. I didn't because it wasn't like just psychs you out. But
Which one of those assholes wasn't nice to you on the tour who wouldn't talk to you and stuff?
Yeah, was that going on?
Yeah, there was somebody. I know you mentioned this in your book. One of them. I forget which. Who else was on your season? But you said when you were out doing the tour, so to speak, that here. Wait, I'll try and find it in my notes. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know. I mean, it was really like it was very much like high school, and that like
there were cliques.
There was cliques, kind of, but then they'd switch
Who was
around.
in your clique? Were there some people who were nice to you?
Well, there was. I mean, me and Jordan were both underage, and then the next oldest one was 23. So
Here, this is what you say.
What did I say?
Blake Lewis called Sanjaya. Blake Lewis was the beatbox guy, human beatbox guy, a disrespectful little kid who was disrespectful of people's boundaries and didn't have a father figure in his life.
Shithead.
Lewis went on to say, why is this little kid that's just annoying on the show? I don't think he should have been on the show at all. It's just bad for television, terrible, terrible television. Did he say that about you?
He said that on a radio interview, yeah.
Yeah, now, in a radio interview.
Yeah.
Now, how do you deal with a guy like that after he says something to you? Do you walk up to him and confront him?
No, because it's not, I mean, on tour we were pleasant, like, it wasn't any kind of, like...
But he dissed you. Why do you take that?
He dissed me, but it's not, I mean, it's his own deal. I'm not, like, I respect him. He's an incredible beatboxer, and he's a great performer, so it's not, like, he's got his... Like
no one's questioning his beatbox ability.
You're very evolved, or wimpy. I'm not sure which here, but you're very evolved to say, "Hey, that's his opinion, and I don't care."
I could beat up everyone who had a bad opinion about me, but it's not. I mean, there's more important things to fight about.
You, all right. Well, he's more involved than I am. I would have gone up to this character and I would have said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna kick your ass."
Fat beatbox lip.
Yeah, and then he would have beaten me up. Let's go to Gay Ramon, who wants to say hi to Sanjaya. Sanjaya, I will play some of your music. I have one of your songs here. The book is called Dancing to the Music in My Head, Memoirs of the People's Idol. It's in stores today. And you had some help writing this, I assume? You have a guy who works with you? Sanjaya's album, Dancing to the Music in My Head, is available at Amazon.com. Gay Ramon, go ahead.
Hey, Sanjaya, how old are you right now?
I'm 19.
19. Hey, listen, I got a question for you. Have you ever had your sweet pink butthole eaten out?
Oh,
nope.
God.
Nice.
No, can I be the first? Oh, my God, you'll love it, puppy.
Well, Gay Ramon, I know
Sanjaya.
You must get a lot of this, huh, Sanjaya, from gay guys. You know who's into Sanjaya and even went to his concert was High Pitch Mike, who just came out of the closet.
Yeah.
The other guy said he wasn't gay.
He said he wasn't gay, but we all knew differently. Well, Artie did. Sorry, Gay Ramon. He says he's not swinging that way.
But he is gay, by the way.
He is? How do you know?
How do you know?
He is. I can tell how I'm gay. My gaydar goes far, far away, and I can tell he's gay.
All right.
Sanjaya, what about that? Any truth to the fact that perhaps...
Have you thought about a guy at all?
That maybe you're closeted right now. It's too hard to come out. That maybe in the future you might be coming out.
I mean...
Is it a family issue thing? Your family
No,
wouldn't
my
accept
family
it?
would be fine with it. I'm just not... penises are weird. Like, I'm not...
Sounds like the right answer to me.
Yeah, no, don't let your... I'm sure your parents have done things they're ashamed of. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm not at all. I mean, my family's totally supportive. If I came out, they'd be fine. I'm just not. Like,
Did you bring your mom with you on tour?
I brought my sister. My mom was on the show with me.
Okay, your sister came out with you. Is she jealous of you?
I don't think so. I mean,
Didn't
I'm
you
sure
both
there's...
try out for the show?
Yeah, we did. I'm sure there's some kind of, like, I don't know. She's older. I think that she didn't get enough, like, showtime. I think not enough.
I wanted her to get more showtime. I should have had a movement to vote for her. I like her very, very much. So let's take a couple of more calls. Irish John, you're on the air. Go ahead. You're on with Sanjaya. He was a finalist. He got to number 7 in American Idol 2 seasons ago. Go ahead, Irish John. Oh, it's not
you
Irish
picked-
John. Oh, it's Eric the Midget.
You picked up the wrong line.
All right, well, Eric the Midget, go ahead. Eric
Are
the
you
Midget.
aware of Eric the Midget?
I've not enough to know.
He's one of the biggest Idol fans there is.
He even does his own Idol radio show, which is probably the worst radio show in the history of radio.
A little shithead lives in California.
Right. Eric, go ahead. Your question for Sanjaya.
Yeah, and Artie, you're the world's biggest shithead. Shut up.
You're on with Sanjaya, your dream.
Go ahead, Eric.
Although, Eric, I got to be honest, you used to trash Sanjaya on your
Yeah,
show.
he hated our movement.
Right. You were against the movement.
Right, but I didn't have the show back then.
I see.
Show I started during last season.
What does
All
that
right.
got to do with anything? Who
cares?
Well, because Howard just said I trashed Sanjaya on my show, which the show didn't exist.
Oh, you trashed him on this show.
Oh, this show, yes.
Yeah, where people could hear it.
Right.
I guarantee this week there will not be any technical problems on our JFSC.
This is about Sanjaya, not you.
Did you have a question for Sanjaya?
There is Eric right there, Sanjaya. You can see him up on the screen. Yes. Go ahead. Do you have a question?
Not really.
Oh, all right. Think about it.
Goodbye.
This is Sanjaya's time to...
Gives a fuck.
So, when your mom goes to jail, where is your dad?
Well, they were divorced. I was actually living with my aunt.
And then you drop out of high school?
I got my GED to do American Idol because my choice was either be enrolled into high school and get tutored 3 hours every day, or get my GED and just do this. So I figured do the music thing.
That's not so easy when your mom goes to jail like that.
Yeah.
And you're
Well,
living on your own almost, huh?
I didn't know that it happened until after it was over because, like I said, I was living with my aunt. So.
All right. Let's go to Jeff the Drunk. Jeff the Drunk wants to say hi to Sanjaya. Yes, Jeff the Drunk for Sanjaya.
Hello, Sanjaya.
Hi.
I voted 5,000 times for you.
5,000.
He did, actually.
5,000.
Yeah, he was drunk and he did what he had to do.
And I listened to my boss.
Right.
Later.
All right, thank you. And we'll take one more call for Sanjaya. Let's go to Rick. Rick, you're on the air.
Hey, Sanjaya. I think girls of Indian descent are really beautiful, but I can't stand tons of pubic hair down there. So I just wanted to know, culturally, are girls allowed to shave down there? Indian girls allowed to shave down there?
He's only half Indian.
Do
Indian girls shave down there? Why wouldn't they be able? What do you mean, a religious thing?
Yeah, is that a culturally religious thing?
I don't think that they have anything against shaving down there that I
see.
know of.
All right, let's go to... That's the silliest question
These are
I've
the
heard.
craziest questions.
All right, let's go to Mark. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, now.
Hey, now. You've never seen your sister naked, I hope, have you?
No.
You never have?
Like when we were like tiny in the bath, but not
That's it?
anything like...
Too bad. I'd like to ask you some questions about that, but since you
goodness.
don't have any expertise in that area, I'll...
My bad.
Yeah.
Ask all you want about Frankie Footlong.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Peace and love.
There's no way Sanjaya is straight. There's no way at all.
Why do you say that?
Artie's got to throw something at him to get him out of the closet.
No, yeah, well, I only do that to staff members.
Sanjaya, what's your gay problem?
What, Artie, you getting any gaydar going off? I mean, you're the expert on this.
I'm the expert?
Yeah.
No, I listen.
You knew High Pitch Mike.
Yeah, but I knew High Pitch Mike went to the Madonna concert.
I can't believe High Pitch Mike isn't even here today.
Yeah, where is he?
He almost attacked Sanjay. He ran up to take a picture with him.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
And he's a big fan. Where are you, Mike? Get in here.
Right.
Mike's going to snip the couch when Sanjaya leaves.
Do you think American Idol's seen its best day, Sanjay? Do you think it's over?
I don't know. It's hard to say because
Do you watch the show?
I do now more than I did before.
Yeah.
Like I watched it every once in a while. Like I voted for Kelly Clarkson once because I saw her once and was like, wow, she's actually really incredible. But I was never really like every day all in it. And now I pay attention because I think it's important to see it, and it's fun to kind of watch it from a different perspective. But
you performed at a... all right. Did you perform at a bar mitzvah?
Bat mitzvah, yeah.
Bat mitzvah. Yeah. Now, how much dough can you get doing that? Can you make a lot of money being a bat mitzvah?
I mean, it depends on the father, really.
Right.
Depends on...
So what do? You show up, you do a couple of tunes, and you shake the kids' hands?
Yeah.
And you get a couple of bucks?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was beautiful. It was at a castle. It was,
well, a little princess.
A very good little Jewish girl.
Right.
It was a white castle.
All right, let me hear what you're up to musically here. What is this song I'm going to listen to? Let's see here. We have, where do we have the clip, guys? Oh, here we go. Sanjaya. This is called, I don't know the name of this song. A Quintessential Lullaby. Is that it? Okay. Here we go. Let me hear a little bit.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Label.
Where's that character Clive Davis? Is he working with you or what?
No, I haven't worked with him.
Didn't believe in you, huh?
Well, he's busy.
He's busy with everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a record company or what?
I'm doing it independently.
Uh-oh.
I have an independent label.
Yeah, you got to get a record company. Send it off to a record company. What are you doing?
I'm.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just busting your balls. Listen, good for you.
Thank you.
You're doing your best. You're out there. You got the book.
Yeah.
They give you an advance on that?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
What'd they give you?
A comfortable advance.
Did you get 6 figures?
Huh?
Did you get at least $100,000?
I think so, yeah.
Really? Oh, look at you. That's not bad. That's pretty damn good for a first-time book.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Why do you not know for sure?
You're like, okay, sure.
It came in installments. And yeah.
They added up.
Yeah.
All right, Sanjay.
They're keeping me a little bit of distance from me and my money, so I don't do what I did with last.
You're good.
So somebody's taking care of it for you.
Oh, yeah, be careful.
Who's taking care of your money? Bernie Madoff? Just be careful. All right, listen, save your money. Get out there, do your thing, be an artist, but be sensible
Any
about
acting
money.
aspirations?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah?
all right.
What are you going to be in a movie with Jack Nicholson? What's next for Sanjaya?
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of riding the wave.
All right, if a guy wants to hire you to do a private personal appearance, it's you and him at his apartment.
Private personal appearance.
How much does it cost?
Is this a proposition?
No, not from me. Fred asked me to ask you that question. Fred, do you want me to ask that?
Like, what kind of a deal is this?
Wants you to appear at his house, bathing suits.
He wants to watch you fuck a chick.
All right,
Depends on the chick.
Sanjaya's book, Dancing to the Music in My Head, Memoirs of the People's Idol. It's in stores today. He's here to tell us he's heterosexual, for those of you who are thinking he's gay.
Right, let's dismiss that.
He's got over a 6-inch hard-on from since he's 13.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's probably grown since then. Am I correct?
Possibly.
Possibly. You think you're at least 8 inches? You think you've grown 2 inches since you're 13?
I don't know.
Possibly.
It's possible. I don't know.
Wow. That's pretty good, Robin. And also, you're here to tell us you're banging a chick currently?
He has a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend
of a year.
No one's seen her, but so it was a good decision, and we learned that it was a good decision to go on American Idol. A lot of opportunities. And Sanjaya's book is called Dancing to the Music in My Head, Memoirs of the People's Idol. It's in stores today, and don't forget, you can get his album Dancing to the Music in My Head available at Amazon.com.
Yep.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Finally.
Yeah, finally.
Time.
Yeah, we always wanted you on this show. And say hi to that sister of yours.
Most definitely will.
Yeah, believe me, tell her I thought she was very attractive. Was she a twin?
No, she's 2.5 years older.
She's 2.5 years older. Oh, that's interesting. Robin, make sure.
Awesome.
What'd you like about doing the show?
Just being able to be really real. Because, like, certain interviews you have to kind of be censored and be, like, yourself, but alternate version is.
It's good to be able to say what you want, right?
So.
Now, how was it answering some of those questions? Well, they're a little tough at times, right?
Yeah, but it was expected, so I had my guard up a little bit, but it went really well.
So you had a good time today?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, Ben, how was it to finally meet Sanjaya?
It's great. He's a nice guy. He definitely has a charm to him that I think comes across on the air and in person.
You've gotten manhandled for this guy, right?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Screaming his name
Yes,
out
normally
and...
when I'm mentioning Sanjaya, people tackle me and knock me down and everything.
Sanjaya, how is that, man? This guy would scream on, CNN for you and all the news channels.
It's awesome. I mean, I'm flattered. I am honored to have someone that would do that.
I'm flattered and honored also.
You make a nice couple.
Guys, look at me right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's
cool, man. Hey, nice to meet you. It's great job on the show. Can't wait to see the book.
Yes, it is. Nice, man. It's like good work if you can get it. I love that you've got a camera person and a woman holding a mic. It's great.
Oh, we cover from all ends.
It's unbelievable.
So excited to be back there?
I'm thrilled. Life is good.
Life's good when you're Al Roker, right?
Life's good if you're above ground. That's what. That's the deal, you know. That's what my grandmother always said. She's not in the obituary. She makes breakfast.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, she was in the obituaries a couple of years ago. But there you go.
All right, Al. We'll see you in there.
All right.
I know that Al Roker is going to stop by later. Not much later, probably about 10 minutes. He's got a few minutes to come in and talk to us. I always like to talk to Al Roker, a guy who's successful on television. The kind of success you want, where you don't really have to be controversial and you just make a lot of money. How much do you think a guy that makes being on the Today Show doing the weather? It's got to be high six figures, I bet. Maybe even
high
7.
6 figures?
Al Roker or a regular guy?
Al Roker.
Al Roker.
Oh, he's making big money.
I bet he makes 7 figures a year.
Wow.
He's Al Roker.
Al Roker. I'm going to ask him how much he makes and to go over his whole last 10-year tax returns and see what he's doing.
I'm sure he's quite comfortable.
The thing is that Al Roker's got, I would say he's probably making 7 figures, and guy doesn't appear to have any
from Willard Scott. He's a big name in weather.
I've checked a couple of sources. The rumor is he makes $1.5 million, but I think that's low.
I don't know, $1.5 million, that's a lot of money, and then he gets to go out and do, because he's not a reporter, he can go out and do, like, the Family Feud thing and all that.
That's probably why he does it.
Yeah.
He only has, what? The weatherman is not on that much.
I wonder if he has any demons, I mean, like...
He doesn't seem that,
yeah, I mean, the food thing, he doesn't have exactly under control, because since he got that gastric bypass, he's gained back 30 pounds. That's got to be his biggest nightmare, that he's going to gain back the weight.
What an awful thing that would be for, like, your psyche. You get that operation.
And aren't weight gains usually a result of, like, some sort of emotional upheaval?
Well, Randy Jackson on American Idol, who had the same operation, looks like he's gaining all his weight back.
Yeah, because it doesn't fix that.
Well, Fred points out that the weight is just a symptom of something else.
Right.
Don't look at the weight and say that's the demon. The demon is causing the weight gain. What is that?
So what's the demon is what I'm asking.
What's he got to eat for?
What's his demon?
He ain't hungry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's more than a weather guy too. He's like a personality, he's but I don't know, $1.5 million, that's a lot of money. You get jaded. That's a lot of fucking
But that's
money.
network.
Yeah. Eric, you're on the air in Hoboken. I'll take a couple of calls. Go ahead.
Good morning, King Schmaltz.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Did you go by the name King Schmaltz, or was that just the name of the show?
No, that was the name of the show, but to be called King Schmaltz is a very big honor.
Thank you. So, have you ever been with a girl, Howard, really hot and heavy into it? And Artie, you can try to answer this question too. Really hot and heavy into it, you got to get in, if you know what I mean. Right. And she says, listen, I have herpes.
Right then?
Right, yeah, I mean, she's doing the right thing. She's not keeping it quiet.
Right, she's telling you the truth.
Yeah, but my point is, like, you're almost at the point of, and then she goes, hold it.
She could have brought that up at dinner.
Well, that's very sweet of her, actually. But go ahead, what is your question?
The question is, have you ever, said, fuck it, just, let me fuck her anyway?
Without protection, you're saying? Did you fuck her did you fuck her with protection or without?
It doesn't matter.
All right, okay. Al Roker's here.
Really?
Because I know we only have a few minutes.
Maybe we'll ask him about this.
It's here already?
All right, I'll ask Al Roker if you'd like me to.
Well, I had a chick who gave me, I got chlamydia once. And
well, Al's
thank
here.
you,
I
Al.
don't know if you want to talk about your chlamydia.
Whoa.
Hey, Al.
Good morning.
Al, have you ever had chlamydia? No, I haven't. You haven't? Hey, good to see you.
Al, you're just in time. I had chlamydia once.
Artie was about to
on the book.
Oh,
By
thanks,
the way,
Al. Thank you very much.
Sorry, sir.
Al, we're talking about. Did you read Artie's book, or you just know about it?
No, I read it.
You read it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Al.
No wonder he's depressed.
Yeah,
I know. I thought, wow, there's the feel-bad book of the year.
I think he's happy he's not me.
When you read this, did you get depressed? Honestly, I mean, it's a depressing book, right?
Actually, I was feeling a little bad before I read it, and then I thought, yeah, what the heck? No, life's okay.
Too fat to fish. We will push you over the edge.
As long as I'm not dead, I'm doing better than this guy.
Whatever your problems are, they're not as bad as his.
You could put Dr. Phil off the air. Just, you know what? Read Artie's book, and everything's okay.
Well, thank you, Al.
Have you ever?
He's a cure-all.
Have you ever? You were just about to have sex with a woman. You're about to get inside of her.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been in a position where the woman would turn to you?
Yeah.
And then say, "Look, I have an STD. I have herpes, or something like that." Has this ever happened?
It has not.
Me neither.
No, I did get a little nervous. One had an easy pass, but other than that, it's no.
It's better than a woman saying, "I have a penis."
Did you have?
Well, we've all been there.
Did you have a period of time in your career where you were, I'm going back now, before you were married,
right?
That you got to have a lot of fun because you're the weatherman on the Today Show. In other words, is it that kind
because you're the weatherman. No, it's not what you.
That's
people.
not a sexy.
They're not going. Oh, you are the weatherman.
No, that's not true. Because any guy who has a high-profile job, and we just figured you're good for 7 figures. We figured about you're a millionaire, right?
He laughs at you. It's 8 figures.
No. You're mistaking me for Katie Couric. No.
Are you not a millionaire?
No.
Is that true?
Here, Al.
I don't know. What's a millionaire? I don't know.
Are you worth? Is your net your assets? I mean, let's take your house out of it.
Okay.
Could you get your hands on $1 million cash?
Yeah, with a mask and a gun?
No, I mean, come on. You wouldn't do that.
Who knows? You read Artie's book and you think, what the heck?
We read that you make $1.5 million a year, minimally. Now, maybe it's more, but this was old information.
I have no idea.
And that would make sense to me. That you make $1.5 million at least a year because you're on a network show that's very successful.
You're very high profile.
Right.
It's $1 million contract. It's $1 a year for 1 million years.
No,
no. Look, I get paid very fairly by NBC.
Right,
and that's.
How often do you negotiate your contract? Every 5 years?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
And do they, when you sit down? What is the bargaining chip? I mean, do you have other offers from ABC and CBS? Is that the way it goes?
I don't play those games. It's like, look, you want to do a deal? Let's do a deal.
You never say to them, listen, I'm sure CBS has come to you at one point and said, we need a little magic from the Today Show.
You've taken meetings, haven't you?
No, I don't do that.
You never took a meeting with
I had a meeting once with Mel Karmazin when he was at CBS, just to say hello.
Right.
But that's because I just found him an interesting guy.
So the negotiation goes, hey, NBC says
I'm not even in the room. I don't even go.
No, but NBC says, here's what we're going to pay you, and you put up with it, or do you ever argue
Things
the
go
point?
Back and forth.
They do.
Sure.
Okay.
Come on. It's
you
a
try to
negotiation.
get something.
Of course. So a box of Ritz crackers, something.
But women are attracted to a successful man, and I would imagine that just being on television, having a high-profile career, you get invited to a lot of things. You have your friends that are celebrities.
I get invited. We don't go out that much. I mean,
understood. But I'm talking about there had to be a period
when
of
you
time.
Were single.
But you got to remember, when I was single, I wasn't on the Today Show.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I was
doing local news. So.
Was it a mind-blowing dream for you when Willard Scott? I mean, there was a point where Willard Scott looked like he'd be there for the next million years. When Willard Scott started to slow down, they started to determine that he wasn't as hot as he used to be.
Actually, and this is a true story.
Yeah.
Willard was the one who decided he wanted to step back.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's on the Today Show twice a week.
Is he? Yeah, I don't get to watch it.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Yeah, you don't have.
I'm here.
We're the monitors. Why aren't you watching TV?
We should be.
Come on.
But Willard is still around.
Yeah, he does the 100-year-old birthdays, twice a week.
But it was a dream come true when you got that gig. That's the gig of a lifetime.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, when I got to New York, and you remember because we had WNBC and Robin. When I got to do weekends at WNBC, I thought, you know what? This is the greatest. Maybe Frank Field might leave in 4 or 5 years, and I might get the early show during the week. So God's honest truth, the Today Show wasn't even on my radar.
Right. You didn't say, oh, this is my ambition.
Yeah, please.
You were just happy to.
I was so thrilled. The first time, because I don't know if you remember Live at 5, Don Pardo would be there, doing the announcing.
Yeah.
And the first time he said, Al Roker with the win. I thought, this is it.
How did you get that job? I mean, was your ambition to be a newsman?
No, my ambition, to be perfectly honest, I did not plan to be on TV. I really didn't. I was going to be a producer or a director, something like that, a writer. And at the end of my sophomore year in college at SUNY Oswego, they were looking for a weekend weatherman, and my department chairman, who had told me I had, God's honest truth, I had the perfect face for radio, put me up for a job doing weekend weather at WHEN in Syracuse, New York.
That's a TV station?
It's a TV station.
You were a sophomore in college.
At the end of my sophomore year.
And a professor says to you, go try out for this job as a weatherman.
I did a tape at school. He took it down for me because he worked part-time at the station.
That's a miracle. I mean, how many guys a sophomore in college get any kind of job?
And you stay in touch with that guy?
Unfortunately, he passed away last year, just about a month, right around the same time my mom passed. And he was just this guy, Lou O'Donnell, Dr. Lou O'Donnell.
If it wasn't for him, you might never have even thought to do this.
Not even. It wouldn't have even been on my radar.
And you went down there and you passed the audition right away.
Did the audition. The guy gave me the job. I was making $10 a newscast on the weekend.
Were you awful? You were the newscaster.
I was the weatherman.
I was the weatherman. Were you awful at it?
I wasn't good.
Did you have an affect? Were you like trying to find? I know I was horrible on the air.
I was kind of like just kind of doing funny stuff, but
not nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous in the beginning, but after a while, I mean, I think one of the things is you forget after a while you're on TV or you're on radio. Right. You're just you.
Yeah, but that happened rather rapidly.
Look, me was at that time a 19-year-old college sophomore, so how good could that be?
So when you did this, you said, hey, maybe I can make a career out of this?
Well, you know what? I was thinking I'm going to do this until I can get a real job directing or doing something like that.
Right.
And then I got a job in Washington, D.C., which is where I
right out of Syracuse.
Yeah,
you sent the tape?
6 months after I graduated. A guy, one of my competitors, sent the tape to a friend to get me out of the market.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Which was nice. I was like, hey, I wasn't even looking for a job.
Were you that popular? In other words, had you really caught on with people?
Yeah, but I was in Syracuse,
But you were still in college, right? So when you showed up...
Yeah, I graduated...
You showed up at a sophomore year in college, and you're now the local weather guy who's a big deal... You weren't getting tons of women?
You're a celebrity on
you know
campus.
what? Because nobody watched, none of the college students, nobody watched TV.
Yeah, but that's big news.
Yeah, but they didn't.
There's no sophomore that gets a job like that.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
I wasn't a jock. I was driving down 40 miles down to Syracuse doing my thing.
Were you struggling with your weight at that point?
Oh yeah,
always your whole life.
Always my whole life.
Were you obese as a child?
You know what? It's funny. What you think of as obese. You always have this idea of what you are, and then I look at the pictures. And, well, geez, I wasn't that fat.
But you thought you were.
But I thought I was.
And it almost leads to you getting fatter because you go, I'm just fat.
What the hell? I'm fat.
And were you so it was kind of like you? Did you have a giant afro at some point?
I never had a giant afro. I mean, in college I had a little bit of an afro, but my hair was already starting to recede.
I see.
Yeah.
And then you shaved your head.
I just cut it down. I mean,
when your hair went, were you devastated, or
no,
you didn't care? You look good bald. It doesn't make a difference to you. Who cares?
I'm a black guy. We all look good bald.
Were you ever a black radical?
Right?
Did you ever join the Black Panther Party?
That's what I say. That's what I already said.
You're such a
radical?
Yeah. Were you ever radical? Did you ever have the glove, the fist, nothing?
No.
Never got into any of that.
I mean, look, I didn't have enough hair to even put the pick in the back. You had a bigger afro than I did.
I had a red, black, and green afro pick.
There you go.
I was way on top.
That folding one?
The folding one. Yes, I used it as a weapon. So
because I'm sure there were a lot of pick fights in Long Island.
Oh yes. Well, actually, where I grew up, there were people would use those as a.
Oh, that's great.
On Long Island, where I grew up, everybody had an afro pick.
Fight.
You never heard of a pick fight?
Heard that.
In school, my school, I went to Roosevelt, which is an all-black school.
Yes.
We had afro picks, and people would actually use them as weapons.
They would gore each other with afro picks.
There was nothing wrong with that. It was perfectly acceptable.
People were coming into the emergency room with these little 8-pronged stab
We got another
wounds.
pick stabbing coming in.
It seems like a perfect life. I mean, do you have any demons? We were discussing. So when you were eating a lot, there has to be a demon behind that. There has to be something that really troubled you. Did you ever go into therapy to find out what that was?
No. Before you have the gastric bypass, you actually have to have some sort of counseling.
Therapy?
Right.
Counseling,
yeah.
So to make sure you're not crazy.
Right.
And
They must have lightened up on that.
Yeah, they really did. They just, she went out for a burger, while
they want to make sure that your expectations aren't too high, or that you're just not going to undermine the surgery.
No, and now they want to make sure you are crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Because who else is going to? Only a crazy person going to have somebody actually come in and rearrange your insides.
It is nutty, right?
It's crazy, But
you were in dire straits.
Yeah, look, I've struggled with this my entire life, and at a certain point, it becomes this. You say, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I'm not losing weight. Oh, what the heck? I'm just going to eat.
Right.
Then you hate yourself because you're gaining weight. So, well, how are you going to feel better? Well, let me have another burger.
You gained 30 pounds from your original gastric bypass,
which was 7 years ago.
Did that scare the hell out of you?
No, actually, because look, I've got this range where I am now. I'm never going to be, back where I was. It's physically not possible.
Why do you say that?
You know what? Because I have when I eat way too much.
Right.
I feel horrible. I mean, I get nauseous. I will not go into the details.
But you do that every once in a while.
No, but so far and few in between times now that it's not.
You mean you get nauseous because of the gastric bypass? Because it doesn't allow you to really
to go hog wild anymore.
Right,
you just can't.
So when you gain back to 30 pounds, you start to have nightmares. Oh my God, I'm going to return.
No, because it's not like it all. I woke up one morning and it was like, boom, oh, hey, where'd that come from?
Right.
It was kind of gradual, and I know it, but I go.
But do you
have
find yourself looking at people who've had gastric bypass and have been unsuccessful? For example, Carney Wilson, who had it, is back to being huge again.
But she didn't have babies, okay?
Okay. Randy Jackson, American Idol. I watched that show. He is getting heavy again. I mean, he's getting really heavy again.
I haven't seen it.
I think he is. Am I wrong, Robin?
I don't watch the show, but I have noticed him from time to time, and I think he has put on some weight. But
which is actually natural.
It's
okay.
It's not
unusual. I think he's
unusual.
gaining a lot of weight. That's the scary part of
What's
this.
the statistic,
Maybe.
Al?
You know what? I don't know.
It should be pretty high of recidivism.
Well, look, it's less than if you don't have it done, but it's still there's a recidivism.
So I get the feeling you never had the wild sexual years. Part of becoming famous and being successful like you are, you never had the orgy scene. You never had two girls at one time.
No.
Do you feel like you missed out on something?
No, because I don't multitask well.
Are you not that sexual?
I can't. No, I have no drive.
You told me you never watch porn. Was that because you want to keep your image squeaky clean?
No, I just I always am worried that somebody's going to, oh, look, here's his rental records. Here he's watching porn.
What would be so wrong with you?
Nothing
with
wrong.
Al Roker admitting
nothing wrong
porn.
with it. I would rather see a good comedy than bad porn. Yeah.
So you don't get worked out. You don't want to see anybody naked.
I would rather see Kevin James and Paul and Paul Blart.
Did you see that movie?
I did. It's
was
very
it funny? I haven't seen it.
Funny. And look, your kids are older now. I mean, I got my middle girl is 10 and my baby boy is 6. So I'm in the middle of that. By the way, if you've got small kids, do not take them to see Coraline. That is a dark movie.
Oh, it's scary.
Woo!
A lot of these cartoons are scary. Were the kids scared when they saw that?
My older one wasn't, but my younger boy was.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's a frightening movie. Wow.
And now,
I can't believe I'm on Howard Stern talking about Coraline.
But what is it? That's a tough thing. Now because you're successful and rich, do you live mostly in a white neighborhood or a black neighborhood?
I live in a Filipino neighborhood.
No, the reason I ask that is it hard for your kids who are black to meet other black kids?
Actually, they go to a private school here on the east side, but that has a very, very diverse population. In that, in my daughter's class, the kids, about 40% of the kids are non-white.
There is some diversity at the top now, Howard.
Is there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But that's an issue for you, right? You don't want your kids to feel like they're the one black kid
and
the
good news is they're not. There are more kids. There are more kids of color in her school than there are in the public school in our district.
Right. So, so
better get her in that public school.
Yeah.
They need help.
That's right.
So, Al, you went ahead and you made another one of these DEA-type shows.
Yes.
Al has a successful series going. He's branching out.
Yes,
he can't just do the weather. He always wanted to be a producer anyway. And first of all, I should mention you were the host of the Celebrity Family Feud, which I'm very jealous of. I would like that job.
Oh, it's a great gig. It's
I would play it straight. I would just go on there.
You'd be good on that.
I would, yeah, but people are afraid of me. You see, it would be very hard
but
to get.
But you have to
celebrities.
take a chance.
You had Kathy Lee Gifford's family.
Yes, we did.
And
who did they bring?
They Cody, Cassidy, Frank.
How old is Frank now?
Oh
Frank is
700 years old.
About 76, I think.
Wow. And he was able to keep it together.
Great. He was fine.
You like Kathy Lee?
I do. I find her amusing.
Well, you guys are working together.
Yeah,
now
she's on the fourth hour of the Today Show.
Well, you're not working with her though.
Not,
are you?
no, I see her in the makeup room.
Is she not doing well with that? The ratings?
No, actually, the show's doing fine.
I thought I read that it was not doing.
No,
well.
it's doing fine.
It's doing okay.
Yeah,
they'll keep Kathy Lee.
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
I watch it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
They have to learn to ask a few questions once in a while and stop with all the shtick.
Well, it's evolving.
Is it?
It's evolving.
All right. So when you have on a Kathy Lee and she goes up, let's say, against Joan Rivers' family or something, it's a lot of plastic surgery in the room. Do you comment on that, but you don't say anything controversial? You're always nice.
Yeah, you don't comment on people's physical.
You never bring up, a couple of years ago, Frank and Kathy Lee had marital problems.
That wasn't one of the questions. What do you say?
Yeah, it's not really.
100 people were asked.
Yeah,
he received anal sex. You read it. You do not read that?
I try not to.
You didn't know that he received anal?
I didn't know about that. No, and I probably won't bring that up.
Well, he asked for it. I don't know if he got it.
He asked for anal. He did not get it. You don't say to Kathy Lee.
If it's not in the notes, I'm not going to bring it up.
You would not bring that up.
No, it's not that. It's a family show.
But it's
on at 8 o'clock.
Do you ever get tempted to say, Kathy Lee?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go for the big interview. I know you know how to play it down the line, and that's what keeps you going. But the fact of the matter, don't you just say, Kathy, how'd you feel when Frank wanted the anal? I mean, do you ever try to slip one of them?
Did you finally
no
give
pun
in
intended.
And give him anal?
Do you see why my career gets sabotaged? Because I can't resist those questions.
He would be asking that on Family Feud.
Yeah,
I would.
And they're thinking, okay, we're not going to use this episode. Not so much.
Can we see anal? Number one answer.
No.
But that's a great gig.
Yeah. Show me the Lincoln Tunnel. Okay, no.
Is that very good?
No.
Is that a high-paying job to host the Family
it's not.
Feud?
It's not. It's not.
Why do you keep getting these low-paying jobs?
Why can't you get a high-paying job?
I've got 100 low-paying jobs. I just need one good high-paying job.
High-paying jobs, like Regis does Millionaire and gets millions of dollars. Why would Family Feud?
Because Millionaire at the time was, just a huge network show. I mean, it saved ABC. It put it on the map.
Do you think that other people who work on the Today Show, like Matt Lauer, who's a news guy supposedly, and I know Matt, but he can't go out and do Family Feud. He's not allowed contractually.
Yeah.
Because
but
you're the
Meredith
weatherman.
Vieira is doing Millionaire.
Because Meredith Vieira was doing that prior
doing
to
that
joining the
before.
Today Show.
She couldn't do it now, you're thinking?
Probably not.
If she had come here to do the Today Show and then somebody had offered her Millionaire, probably not.
Oh.
Isn't it a bit of a joke? I mean, to make a distinction between the weatherman and the news reader, it's all showbiz.
It is. Look, the funny thing is, it was kind of carved out when Willard had the job.
Right.
The irony is, I couldn't do commercials when I was on local news.
Right.
And then when I got on the Today Show,
You're okay to do
by
it.
the way, you can do a commercial. Well, okay, great.
Right. So isn't it kind of strange that, in a way, maybe even Matt Lauer and all these guys are jealous of your career because you get to do other things and you get to make additional money. That's what it's about, isn't it?
I don't think so. They make good money.
They don't make great money.
What do you think Matt Lauer's
What does Matt
making?
get? Do you ever you know. Al, stop it. You never looked into what Matt Lauer's
No.
making. That's a lie.
You know why? You know why? Here's the deal. Because you go down that road and there's no turning back.
Hold it a second. Your agent doesn't go looking into that and say, hey.
He probably has comparables. He knows. But I don't want to know how much my coworkers are making. Look, everybody has an idea, but
what's your idea? What is your idea?
No.
When you say everyone has an idea, everyone doesn't have an idea.
Well, everybody
who
who works in the business has
What would
an
you
idea.
guess Matt Lauer makes?
He dresses nicely.
Give me a guess. Give me a guess.
Not giving
Give me
you
your best
I am
guesstimate.
not giving you a guess.
Why?
Because I got to go back across the street and work.
But it's a guess.
I don't
you're
care.
Not saying, you see, you're not saying anything. Yes, go ahead, Fred.
According to IMDb or Wikipedia, whichever you choose.
Which Al is on every 5 minutes. Yes, go ahead.
What's the update?
Al's going to really be going crazy now. 13,500,000 annually.
Oh,
that's why you overeat
annually.
Annually.
But that's why he doesn't need another job.
That's right.
All right, $13 million. Okay. What does it say on IMDb that Al Roker makes? Who's been there
that's
longer
what I
than
found out so far was like the 1.3, 1.5 area.
I wouldn't.
What?
I don't.
Aren't you as much a part of the success of the Today Show as Matt
I am.
Lauer?
Look, I am not saying
More.
that either.
More a part.
No, not more. I mean,
Equally.
Look, here's the deal. Anything you read in the paper is either wildly underinflated or overinflated, and I can tell you that.
Oh, so you are saying
so he's making $26 million.
The best of your knowledge, $13 million is inaccurate.
So
You've checked it out.
He's making $26 million, and you're making $80 grand a year.
Do not believe for a minute that Al Roker hasn't looked into this thing in a big way. You know,
He's putting the best face on this.
He's pulling an A-Rod is what he's doing right now.
I have never taken steroids.
I believe you.
Although I do have large breasts, but I have never
By the
taken
way,
steroids.
I was looking at the pictures of A-Rod this morning with his shirt off. They have a lot of them now because he announced he did steroids. He had forgive me for saying this, but he has bitch tits. He has.
I was shocked at the lack of definition here.
Yeah, he has breasts. Is that what steroids do?
I guess that's what so I'm told.
Yeah, you've never
do you
worked
hit
out
better?
with steroids.
No.
You've never tried.
Oh yeah, I look like doing.
Do you work out at all? Do you go to the gym?
I do.
Be a slender guy.
You got to, right? You got to stay in shape.
I mean, I work out. I try. I didn't do it this morning, but I work out before I come in.
How's the marriage going? Everything good?
Great.
Yeah, really? The kids are okay?
Kids are good. My oldest girl's in culinary arts school.
No kidding.
Providence. She wants to be a chef. So.
Oh, that's great.
Let me ask you something. Now, you talked about those occasional binges. What do you eat when you want to go crazy?
Either vanilla ice cream or French fries.
Really?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which are
Did you ever
both
try
just
dunking them in?
What? Dunking them in ice?
Yeah.
That's right.
Artie, you dunk them in.
French fries dunked in vanilla ice cream.
You should see what Artie eats during the show.
You haven't lived.
You would be in heaven. You would be in heaven. All right, let's talk. I know we're running out of time, so I want to make sure I get to this.
Yeah, why is Al subjecting himself to this today?
First of all, Al produced a show for Spike TV. He came in here when he produced the first one. And the series DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, this is the show. It follows the Drug Enforcement Administration agents as they bust drug dealers in Newark, New Jersey. Now,
don't come in here one of these days. You're not going to have people busting through this door, are you?
No.
Yeah. Now,
Wait, in Newark? I got to be careful.
Isn't that where you score your heroin?
No. You're ridiculous.
He does.
He goes to Englewood.
Absolutely.
No, where
Newark,
do you
Delaware.
Go? Oh, yeah, I know you go to Delaware.
I don't go anywhere, Howard. Let's move on.
Anybody on the Today Show a heroin addict?
No.
You haven't lived. You haven't lived until you've worked with one.
I see Matt scratching every once in a while.
No, but here's the thing. The first one you did, you said that Newark was the... how did you put it? The most dangerous city in America.
I told you, North
North
Blacks. I'll put them up against Roosevelt Black.
No, I don't think so. One of the most dangerous cities in America. You called it that.
Right.
And when you called it that, you got into some trouble. Newark didn't like that.
It was a promo.
Okay. Oh, so you had nothing to do.
I didn't write the promo. That said, we amended the promo because, look, the city of Newark has had a tremendous turnaround, and part of that turnaround has been the fight.
People turn around and leave.
Not true. Mayor Cory Booker has done a terrific job there.
Tough job.
And law enforcement has worked really hard, and the DEA is part of that turnaround. So, if people watch the show, I think they're going to see these are people that are trying to clean up this area.
They really are. It's very difficult. In fact, I did a pay-per-view special out of Newark, and the mayor was actually at the time
Sharp James
was very grateful that I did it in Newark because they needed money and they needed to have people come in and not be afraid to do it. And we said at the front of the show, the carjacking capital of the world, which it was at the time. And
oh God, you couldn't park anywhere near there.
People went berserk. I said, look, it's the truth.
It's a war zone.
Newark's tough.
Remember what used to happen at the airport? You'd go, leave your car, and then you'd come back and take a cab home.
Yeah,
well, that's true.
So, if you're trying to get rid of a car, at the time, it was a great place.
So you weren't saying anything wrong, but it kind of undermined the spirit of the people of Newark.
It did, and so we changed it. And you know what? God bless.
There's one safe section in Newark, the Ironbound down neck section, because that's where I used to go when I was a longshoreman to eat lunch. All the paisans still take care of you over there. That's why.
Well, who knows? What is it, Gary?
Just looking, I didn't realize I'm looking at this thing for Al Roker Entertainment. He produces like 50 shows.
Is that right, Al?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Got 50 shows now?
First of all,
not all at the same
50
time.
shows.
Not all at the same time.
Dick Clark.
Okay, look at this. First of all, he's got about 17 shows on the Food Network.
All right, that's good.
Bahama Reunion, Big Bad Barbecue Show, all that stuff.
I used to feel bad for you on that barbecue show because I know Al was struggling with his weight.
Sure.
And you had the operation.
Yep.
And I tune in the barbecue show, and you're tasting everything. And that barbecue is very fattening.
Actually, the barbecue is not fattening.
What is fattening?
It's the sides that kill you.
And the sauces.
Yeah, but for example, like the way I like my ribs, it's a dry rub. There's, and most of the fat is rendered off in the slow cooking process.
Yeah, I do the dry rub too.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would feel bad for Al now when he was all over the Food Channel and he'd had the operation.
Well, that was like porno for Al.
Yeah, that's my porno. You know what?
Does Al produce the Porn Olympics? Is that one of the shows? No,
but he did. He
One
did
of his sports shows.
He did the Whoopi Goldberg biography for A&E.
The Lingerie Bowl.
Are you good friends with Whoopi?
I like Whoopi. Yeah.
Here's one of my personal favorites for Lifetime: Intimate Portrait, Judge Judy. He produced that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
An intimate portrait.
Yes.
What did you learn?
It was very intimate.
Did you learn anything?
I had sex with her.
I'm very intimate.
You did have sex with her.
I did.
I knew you did.
I did.
And she did not have herpes or anything.
No, she was great.
When you had Family Feud and you had this Kim Kardashian on, is she really a celebrity? I guess she is, huh?
Yeah. I mean, people were asking me, what was she like? What was she like? So, I mean, I didn't even know her.
Find yourself attracted to her at all?
She was a very attractive woman.
Big buttocks?
Actually, not as big as Ice-T's wife.
Oh, yes. Coco.
Oh, Ice-T and the family were on,
they were
too,
on.
yeah.
Coco was like a cartoon character.
Yes,
She's
right,
like Jessica Rabbit come to life.
You can see. I've seen her from down the block in the neighborhood. You can see her from like 100 yards
It's
away.
amazing. The shockwaves from when her buttocks moves. Amazing.
Hey, Howard, there's just a couple other shows.
Did you have Dog the Bounty Hunter on Family Feud?
No. Yes, we did. We did.
Were you offended by him? He did say something racist. Did you work that out with him?
Look, you know what? I said everybody's worth a second chance.
Was the black daughter-in-law in the family? When
She was not at that moment.
That would have been a good family.
That would have been a great family.
That's hot.
Yeah, we put cameras in the dressing room to see what happened.
I'd like to see that one.
Oh, you got to bring them back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gary.
Here's another one I love. For E! Entertainment, he did Uncovered, The Hidden Lives of Miss USA.
No, that's good stuff.
That was good.
And then what is this show about? First of all, what's We TV? I never heard of it.
Women's entertainment.
Yeah.
First Ladies of Jamaica?
Yes. It was. Well, it's a series on First Ladies of a country. So the first one is Jamaica. We're doing Carla Bruni of France.
See, that's interesting to me.
These are all his shows, Howard.
Wow,
He's got
that's
a ton of
pretty good.
shows.
Very impressive resume.
Well, thank you.
I got to say. So the DEA show, which is the one you're here, the first one did very, very well.
It did. It did.
Good enough that now they've turned it into a regular thing?
Well, this is the second season. We're hoping after this airs that all your listeners are watching tonight and goes through the roof and we do season 3.
You go back into Newark?
We may go to another city. It depends.
Right, but tonight is Newark?
Tonight's Newark. The next 9 episodes, we're in northern New Jersey.
And you will be sitting with the DEA and they will go and bust people.
They bust people. They get people to flip, to give up the person above them.
Right.
And that's how they work up the ladder.
That's always interesting.
Yeah, and these two agents who run these groups, what's interesting is they've known each other since they were in first grade. You know, they're like childhood buddies.
Do you think the other agents get jealous that they get to be celebrities and the other ones don't?
You know, here's the thing. We go into an office and we basically ask who wants to be on and who doesn't. So the ones who
Did you get trampled at first when you
no,
first asked that question?
you know, we had to kind of convince most of them to be on. I don't think anybody really wanted to be on.
Does this compromise their ability to actually do the job?
No, because we're not showing anything that isn't kind of public knowledge, any investigative techniques. Any undercover agents' identities are concealed. Confidential informants' identities are concealed. You know, we really work very hard at
that's a lot to put together.
And the DEA takes a look at it before we send it out.
How long does it take you? You probably shoot hundreds of hours.
100 hours for every hour you see.
Wow.
Wow. How long does it take to edit that thing?
We've got like 4 or 5 editors working on every episode.
4 or 5 editors, and it must take forever to make a story out of that and to chop it down.
Well, we've got terrific. The guy who was here last time, Russell Muth, and we got a guy, Alex Eastberg, who's running, who kind of is the story editor, and Jeff Sells, who's a great field producer. So they're all in there crafting this thing, and then we've got these great editors who are all putting it together. We're actually editing it in Los Angeles.
So they're basically seeing what's going on, and they're sort of crafting the story in their head, and then the editors have to.
You never appear on the show. We'll never see Al Roker pushing a perp to to and cuffing him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I would love to see you.
I know you would. By the way, the DEA wants to, if you want to, you can go on a ride along.
No kidding.
Oh, my
Yes.
God. You don't want to do that, Howard.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
How great
I'll
would it
tell
be
you
if
why
you
I
were
wouldn't.
less
Hey,
me?
you've been in a pick fight in Roosevelt, Long Island.
No, let me tell you something.
Oh, my
I'm looking to
goodness.
avoid conflict. I can only see
You're
things-
looking to avoid conflict.
Yes, I could see things going horribly wrong. Sitting like I could see getting killed.
Right, you
These
are gonna
guys-
make,
Come on, it'll be
you're
great. You
gonna
put on the
make those
DEA
guys.
vest. Come on.
Come on, are you crazy?
I'll go with you. It'll be
No.
great.
Hey, can I go out? Will they
No.
take me? No, come on.
They'll bust you.
No, I wanted,
It's ridiculous.
You should combine shows in the middle of a bus to a dry rub or something.
Well, look, what do I know?
A cooking and cops show. Okay.
Bust out a barbecue.
Let me tell you something, Al Roker. I always like seeing you. I like to hear about these successful people like you who go ahead, they produce shows, they're doing the weather, they're doing it all. I like to hear about your weight loss, your weight gain. I like for some reason I'm very, very fascinated by all this.
Al's one of those guys that when you see is what you get. Like everyone, my mother and everybody, the few times Al's been in here, they say he seems like such a great guy on TV. What's he like? And I go, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's like,
Well, but how do we know he's a great guy?
I think he is.
that could be.
I think he's genuine.
An SOB. That's the
Well,
question.
Have you
Please.
ever,
Where
look,
is he
have you ever
SOB?
done anything wrong? Have
Look,
you beaten
here's
your
the thing.
wife? Have
Like,
you-
for example, this
Well,
whole
yeah, oh
Christian,
my
this whole
God.
Christian Bale thing.
Right.
You know what? Not that I'm condoning it or anything like that, but you don't know. It was all taken out of context. From what I understand, this guy had screwed up a number of times,
right?
And he finally snapped. Was it right? No, but
No.
I mean,
Do you ever have a breakdown like that, a meltdown?
I wouldn't go that far, but I've lost it.
You've
Sure.
yelled at people?
Oh gosh, yes.
When are we going to hear that?
I was
tape?
going to say, can somebody get us the footage?
No, I mean,
did you ever hit Deborah, your wife?
No.
Oh,
no.
stop.
No.
'Cause, I mean,
She smacked me around a little bit.
I
But
think she can take it.
yeah,
but-
please. She's
I
got
wonder-
sick arms. She really
Do you
does.
think 10 years from now we'll find out you had a secret family, like a second family?
No,
That guy
no.
from CBS, Charles
Charles
Perrault.
Perrault.
You
No.
think that'll ever happen?
No.
he was on the road too.
No, look,
I feel there's got to be a demon.
Here's the
with
deal.
you.
I had to have IVF. I had to use IVF for my two kids, so it's and my other daughter.
Did you really?
adopted. Yeah.
You were not able to conceive a child
no.
through your sperm?
What is
No.
going on?
Who knows? Slow swimmers. What the heck?
Did you go to a
No,
fertility specialist?
no, we just talked to them and convinced them to get going a little better.
You
got them a swimming coach.
You've just revealed something here.
Yeah.
Your children were
No,
conceived.
this is nothing. It's nothing. No, I wrote about it in my first book. Don't make me stop this car. No,
You didn't adopt kids.
well, my oldest girl is adopted.
Oh, you adopted
yeah,
your first child.
yeah. and then Nikki and Leela were conceived.
Does
by
your
IVF.
adopted child feel less loved by you than the other two? In other
I
words,
don't
does she ever?
think so.
Doesn't she have an issue where she goes, "Oh, you love them better"? Whenever
No, I
she
don't
fights
think
with
so.
you, she
I don't
goes,
think so. No.
"You love them better. They're your real children."
No, she finds them annoying just because they're little brother and sister.
Did she ever say to you, "I want to go find my real mother and father, my biological"?
I don't want to. I don't. That's that's her.
That's her thing.
That's her thing.
Would
and I
that
don't wanna-
offend you
I
if-
don't-
if you
no,
had-
not at all. If she wanted to, I would do whatever I could to help her do it.
I would be like, you ungrateful.
No. You know what? Look, I'm
You would turn
I'm
on
the
her.
oldest of 6, and 3 of my brothers and sisters are adopted. And you know what?
So you're used to this.
It's not
What
a
if
big deal.
What if she goes to look for her biological father and finds out I am her biological father? Would that upset you?
No, actually, it would vaguely make a lot of sense.
It would. She's been behaving like me.
A lot of sense. Oh my God.
Do you? So the other two children, you decided to go to a fertility specialist.
Yes.
So when you went there, were you nervous? I know they make you masturbate into a cup. Is that correct?
Actually, it's a thermos for me.
Into a thermos. All right.
Nice. Bragging.
Were you nervous when? Here you are, Al Roker, you're a famous guy.
Here's I can cut to the chase for you. My biggest nervous part is it wasn't going to work.
No, but wait a second.
No,
you go to the doctor,
Right.
and now you have to masturbate.
Uh-huh.
So you did look at pornography because they put in the room, did they not? Magazines.
Yeah, but you know what? I can't. I'm not good at doing two things at once.
I don't believe that.
So I know.
You're a guy.
I'm telling you, I did not know.
You mean you closed your eyes and imagined something? In
Yes.
other words, you used your own imagination.
Exactly.
You're a creative guy.
That's right.
And was there pressure? Because there's somebody standing outside the door.
Right.
Saying, where's that cup?
They give you an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
But how long did you stay in the room?
Well, given my predilection, it was only about 30 seconds.
Is that true?
No,
you were able to come that fast, even being with a nurse standing.
I don't know. Who's counting?
Does your
5,
wife
10
go
minutes?
with you? Does she say, "I'll help you out. I'll use my hand"?
No.
Because you would want her to create the
Sometimes
orgasm.
it's a pain in the ass. It's make more pressure. You can do it faster yourself. I know for me, I can get it done.
You're in a foreign environment,
Yeah.
very
But
clinical.
But wouldn't you
it's
want
not
your wife?
sexy.
In other words,
But Al-
like if you're looking at porn, it's weird that someone else, another woman, created that orgasm.
But Al, wait a second.
Yes.
I got to understand this. I've never gone and given a sperm donation, so to speak. You go there, they have to analyze the sperm. Before they even do anything, they got to find out, gee, do you have enough
What's
sperm?
going on? What's
Okay,
happening?
right. You go in. They say to you, Mr. Roker.
Yes.
Do you worry that there might be a camera or something like these people want a picture of a famous person masturbating?
I wasn't until now.
I'm saying.
Now I'm thinking maybe there's some video somewhere.
Could you imagine?
Thanks a lot.
And you did not feel the least bit inhibited.
No.
Being Al Roker, masturbating.
You trusted the
and
doctor
when
and
you
the
walk
staff.
out, when you walk out, I'm being serious now because I think a lot of guys would be afraid to do this.
Dropping loads.
Right. When you take the
little cup.
When you take the, is it a cup?
Yeah, it's a cup.
You walk out, you hand it to the woman and say, Here
you go.
Wow.
It's in a bag. You put it in a paper bag. You have your name on it, and here you go.
And it stays good? What do they got to do
Well,
with
they're
it?
taking it right across the
Yeah,
hall.
they analyze it. They
And
refrigerate
when
it.
they analyzed it, what did they say? You don't have a lot of sperm?
No, they say it's there. It's just low motility. They don't swim very well.
Oh, wow. You actually have a disability in a sense.
As it were.
Wow.
Well, remember, Al Campana said we couldn't swim, so.
No, but you're don't listen to him.
Or think.
So then they bring your wife in. They inject her with the sperm.
Well, no.
It's in a test
It's in a
tube kind of thing,
they
petri
inject the
dish.
sperm into an embryo and into an egg that they've harvested. Boom.
And then they implant.
Fertilize it, make sure it's viable, and then they implant
it into Deborah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
Has there ever been
It is.
mistakes where they
Plus, I
take
had to give her hormone shots. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have there ever been mistakes where like a Chinese kid comes out like they actually...
Yeah, there was a famous one.
Remember
the black and white kid.
Yeah, had a black and a white kid.
Yeah.
Were you nervous about that at all?
I was hoping that there would be a mistake so that maybe so that the kids would have a better shot at looking good.
Wow.
What about
I didn't know that you were that you had masturbated in a doctor's office.
There you go.
I can't even
you have
picture
new
it.
respect for me now.
And you take off all your clothes?
No, you don't take off your clothes.
I mean, what did you
Can't
do?
you
with
do it at home? Can't you do it at home?
You actually you can.
And then rush in.
And then it has to be in within a half hour.
You could do that.
My cousin did this and gave birth to a zebra.
There you go. You know what sucks about Al not having those years of banging a lot of chicks is he wouldn't have had to worry about getting someone
Right, he
pregnant.
would have had a
went nuts.
fun time.
That's why I know there are no other kids running around.
What did you think about that day when you were masturbating in the doctor's office? What was your fantasy, if I may? Get into your mind a little
I
bit?
really don't remember.
French fries and vanilla ice cream.
When you
That's right.
When you masturbate, do you think about women from the Today Show that you might have worked with? Like, let's say a Katie Couric or
Ann Curry.
Nancy Snyderman.
That would be a great headline if you could just say you've masturbated to Katie Couric.
Katie Couric would be a hate
Give me
fuck.
that little bit of information.
Katie Couric helped me have children.
Yeah, Katie is really part of my children's lives.
Kathy Lee.
If only Sarah Palin had been on the scene at that point.
Did you find her attractive, Sarah?
Yeah, she was very attractive.
Me too.
woman.
I kind of got off on that myself.
Yeah, please.
When you think about when you're doing this, now that I know that you are a masturbator, chronic masturbator, when you're doing
he
this,
uncovered something.
do you think about a woman you've been with, or do you think about a woman that you would like to be with?
I think it depends on the day.
The day that you were conceiving,
I don't remember.
You don't remember who you're
I
thinking
don't
about?
remember. I don't remember what I had
I
for
think you do.
breakfast
I think you
yesterday.
do remember.
I do not. I do not.
And I think you looked at porn. What do you think of that? In the
You think
doctor's
so?
office. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I did not.
What magazines were in there?
I didn't even
Jugs?
look. First, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Right.
I thought, do I really want to pick this magazine up in this room?
Ooh, good point.
Where
you think
people
about that.
have been
You're right.
No, and in fact, to Artie's point, with Leela, it was in the room. With Nikki, I was at home.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good. All right. That's
So use your own porn.
Listen, you got to watch Al Roker. The man has come clean. He admits masturbating. Listen to what he admitted to today. He masturbates.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks about dirty, filthy scenarios with various people, been with and not been with.
That I worked with.
That you work with.
And he doesn't have Michael Phelps in his balls.
Right. Matt Lauer,
No
he
good
thinks about.
swimmers, yeah.
No, you would never be gay, would you? At all?
Hey, it depends.
It depends, really.
You
You're
would
open to
never
it.
be gay.
Are you open to being gay?
It depends on the person.
Right. You've had homosexual.
I have not, but
he's just are you attracted to Matt?
I never say never.
Are you attracted to Matt Lauer?
He is a sweet piece of man candy.
All right. There you go. That's very honest of you. A lot of guys are uptight about that. Did you cover President Obama's?
I did.
You did. Did you get to meet with him?
Did you go to Washington?
I went to Washington. We were down. In fact, I got the first comment from the president.
What did you?
Walking
what did
down
he
the
say?
parade, I said, "How you feeling, Mr. President?" He said, "It's warm."
Is that what
Gave
he
me
said?
a thumbs up. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great moment, right?
It was spectacular.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are very hopeful now, and I tell you, it's exciting.
It is.
It is. Al Roker's DEA on Spike TV.
Yes,
this
sir.
is going to be a big show for Al. In other words, this is the sophomore test, they call it.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one was successful, but will people
Can
come
you
back and watch the
repeat?
second one?
Boom.
There's a lot of
That's
pressure
it.
on them for this. Al Roker,
Come on
DEA.
a ride along. Come on.
Can he do it at noon?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go at night. I got to go to bed. You know what time do you go to bed? What time do you got to be at the Today Show? Let me find out your schedule.
I get to the Today Show at about 5:45.
5:45.
Yeah. I go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get up at 3:30, do the thing.
Sounds great. Boom, out. And then what do you do the rest of the day?
I swing by, get some fries and some vanilla ice cream.
And then you masturbate and make children.
That's right.
Al Roker's DEA premiere. Did you tell the kids that that's how they were conceived?
Yeah, they know.
Do you think that bothers them?
No, they've met the doctor.
They did?
Yeah.
But they really haven't pictured what their father had to do.
No. Well,
They
they're
were
10
afraid
and
to
6,
ask.
for God's sake. Come on.
Wait till they grow up and they go, Dad, where did you do this?
Yeah.
You only have to do it the once or a couple of times you have to masturbate?
I think it was once.
When they get older, will you show them the room where they were conceived?
No.
You will not. All right, okay. Al Roker, everyone, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Al.
Yes.
So you come on for DEA and you end up talking about jerking off into a thermos.
Well, I wouldn't quite put it that way, but this way. Oh,
what's that, Al?
I wouldn't quite put it that way, but a little inelegantly, less elegantly put. But yes, I guess that would be the crux of the matter.
So how'd it go in there?
Good. Yeah. Look, I love talking to Howard.
You always have a good time coming on.
Always
right?
good. Beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
And I'm here to do the Joan Rivers Show. What? Rosie O'Donnell here to do the Howard Stern Show live in person for the very first time. Miracles happen.
Oh, Rosie, you excited? The first
Very,
time, first
very
time.
excited.
You've called in before, right?
I've called in, but I'm actually showing up in person.
And what are you going to be talking about today?
Probably sex, knowing him.
And you're cool with that?
Honey, whatever he dishes, I'm gonna take.
Awesome. It sounds like it'll be good then.
For him, any topic is on topic.
Rosie O'Donnell called into the show once. Now she's here live. I'm excited about that.
Did you ever think this would happen?
No, I didn't. I like it. I told you. I started really digging Rosie when she came out of the closet. You know me. I'm like such an honest broadcaster that I felt Rosie should not be
in the closet.
And when she came out of the closet,
it's just your world, and whatever you want should be.
I'm somehow related to her. I thought that she was very honest. I think it's very brave to come out of the closet, especially when you have a huge mega career like she does. Let's face it. There's Rosie.
What? Where? What?
Oh, that was Gary. Sorry, Rosie.
I was going to say she lost her looks.
All right. Rosie's here promoting America, which will premiere this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. And I suggest you watch the TV show. I really liked it.
Well,
hey,
she's
Rosie.
not as tall as I thought.
Not bad studio. You never saw a radio guy with his studio like this.
I've never seen a TV person with a studio like this.
Nice to see you, Rosie.
With the Robocam. Hi.
Yeah, 5 Robocams.
And lots of people behind me.
You've got Fred,
Yeah,
you've got
watch your
Benji,
back.
you got Artie.
And why is Robin in a bulletproof boot?
Robin is in a bulletproof booth.
I often say things that get me into trouble.
You know why, Rosie? Because Robin, when we first started working together, we worked at a radio station where we were separated by glass. That's just how it was set up.
Yeah.
And it became very comfortable. She could work behind the glass and not interfere with what I was doing, and I didn't interfere with what she was doing. And we became...
And it also became, like there's a very male atmosphere.
And this is the testosterone protection
And
zone.
that is what this is. This is the dome of testosterone protection.
It wasn't so male when we first started.
Yes, it was.
It was?
It was sort of like a locker room, and rather than being a part of it, I could just observe it and not interfere.
You don't like the smell of a locker room?
I hate the smell of a locker room.
It's so beautiful.
It's a little bit like a toll booth thing here. You're the toll booth collector, protected.
If you feel unsafe, go sit with Robin
Okay.
in the booth.
I may do that. I'll
and
let
you'll
you
be
know.
fine. You just stop drinking? You don't drink any alcohol?
No.
Because I know we were thinking of
Was
going out to
that-
dinner, but I don't think that's going to be fun if you're not drinking.
Was that a problem?
Well, I didn't drink for about 8 or 9 years in my 20s. And then...
Me neither.
Really?
Never occurred to me to drink.
Same with me. And
Yeah.
I was sort of like, I just worked. That's all I did was work.
My whole focus was work. I said, why would someone waste time drinking?
Okay, so then, you know, when I was 30, I started drinking, like, beer at clubs. And then, you know, about 3-4 months ago, my oldest son, who was about to turn 14, I said, hey, can you get me a beer? Because he loves to open, you know, the thing.
Right.
And he goes, no.
Wow.
I go,
it
what?
upset him.
I said, why? He goes, I think you're drinking too much beer lately. I go, since when? He goes, about 6 months.
Ooh.
I said, wow. I go, you know, when I was 20, I didn't drink at all for like 9 years. He goes, you should try that again.
Do you think you were drinking too much?
Yeah.
Why do you think you were drinking so much?
I think a little bit it started during The View, which is sort of like a joke, but not really. But I think it did. Like, you know, I would... that's when I think I would notice there was an upkick in the drinking.
See, I never understood you with your relationship with your TV shows.
Yeah.
Like something really gets to you when you have a successful TV show. It drives you crazy in a sense.
Well, I only had one, really.
Well, yeah, okay, so you left that show.
Yeah.
And then even with The View, I never thought it would work out on The View because I don't see you playing with 4 other women. I see you as the lead singer.
Oh, that's sweet.
And there's too many. You really didn't need them to function. In other words, they got in your way.
Well, you know, it was somebody, you know, Barbara asked me, and I thought, well, okay, let's try it for a year.
Right.
Stick my toe back in the Fame pool, see if I wanted to go swimming, and, you know, see how it would work out. And we all watched how it worked out.
See, I always thought fame was really super important to you. And then when you suddenly said, okay, I'm coming out of the closet, which was a big, big move for you because that had to be what's scarier, going up on stage doing stand-up the first time or coming out of the closet when you have all of America on your side, hit television show, sponsors up the wazoo, and you don't even know what's going to happen if you come out of the closet? Which is scarier?
The truth is, Howard, that I was already way, way, way successful. I had enough money.
Right.
I was in the safe zone. You know, I didn't do it at a time when it was a threat to my career. But when I was starting that show in '96, nobody talked about being gay.
No.
Ellen was not out. Will and Grace was not on the air.
That's right.
Nobody would even ask me in interviews. It was something that the press sort of ignored. And then, you know, in the last 10, 15 years, it's been a total change in gay awareness and the gay movement, gay rights, everything. And when I did come out, it was because of the foster kid that I had that we weren't allowed to adopt.
Right.
And I thought that was a good enough reason. You know, I didn't want to just have an announcement, oh, by the way, I'm gay. But when I took the job in '95, I told them that I would do it for 5 years and then I would quit.
What's scarier, going up? Well, how old are you when you first went up on a stand-up stage?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Kid from Long Island?
Yeah.
And what gave you the confidence to do that?
I did a show in Colmac High School South, the Senior Follies, where you make fun of the teachers. And one kid, a year younger than me, his older brother, Richie Minervini, owned the East Side Comedy Club.
Yeah, I know that guy.
He came over to me and he said, you should be a stand-up comic. And I'm like, nah, I want to be an actress. I want to be on Broadway.
You mean you were that good at getting up and making fun of the teachers?
Yeah, we did sort of Saturday Night Live skits.
Right.
And I would do Rosanna Dana.
Wow.
And I would, you know, make fun of the teachers and I wrote the whole show.
Wow. And so you said, hey, maybe I could go up on stage and do stand-up comedy when everyone said how great you were at this.
Yeah.
And where do you go to do that? At Minervini's place?
I went to Minervini's place.
And you went and you walk up on the stage and you had what? You'd written material down?
No, I saw Merv Griffin the day before and Jerry Seinfeld was on.
Right.
And I remembered his act.
You did Jerry's act.
Not only his act, I did his inflection.
Everything.
I was like,
you were the Jerry Seinfeld experience in a sense.
I walked on stage and I'm 16. I'm like, so I'm driving here and on the car stalls. I'm opening the hood and I'm looking for, what am I looking for? A big on-off switch? On-off? I'm thinking, hey.
Great.
Like I even did his I'm thinking, hey, you know. And of course I killed. And I came off stage and all the comics were in their little wolf pack like they are. They're like, where'd you get those jokes? I said, Jerry Seinfeld on Merv Griffin. They're like, you can't do that. I'm like, why not?
Well, don't admit it.
Well, I didn't know. I thought it was like a song.
That's
Streisand didn't
great.
write her song.
No, but that's so great that the comics, you know, knew probably that she got him from there, and they expect her to lie. And she's like, no, I got him.
No, this is where I'm very honest.
Well, I saw it. I was like, well, those are funny. I'll just say that. Because
So people came down on you for using Jerry Seinfeld's act, and then you said, oh, I better go home and what, write down an act? You had to go create an act.
well, I sat at the bar with them, and they're like, you know, you have to just talk about your own life. You can't just talk about somebody else's material. And I was like, well, that's crap, because Streisand, you know, I had all these analogies of music. So then they said, well, come back tomorrow and try it yourself. And so I went back, and they let me MC. And I just learned from doing, you know, MC and talking about my own sort of family life and, you know,
When did you start to feel really famous? After, like, you had that show on VH1? You used to do the stand-up on VH1 for a while. Did you start to feel like you were really getting famous, that you were becoming a big star at that point? Or was it when you...
It was in '84 when I was discovered at the Eastside Comedy Club by Ed McMahon's daughter, who was in the audience and came over to me and said, my dad's Ed McMahon, and I'm going to put you on Star Search. And I was like, yeah, right. And I was still living at home with my dad.
You did Star Search?
Yes, the second year.
Did you win?
No.
Isn't that weird? Who were you up against?
Who won your year?
Who won? Jackie Martling?
No, no, but I've known Jackie since I'm 16.
Right.
But a guy won named John Cassier. But the year that I was on, it was me and Sinbad were in the finals.
Right.
And he and I both didn't win, and this guy John Cassier won. But I made like 30 grand, which to me was more money than I could imagine.
Right.
I moved to L.A.
Right.
And I started doing stand-up at the clubs there and going on the road. And at the time, I was like an opening act. And after Star Search, I got to headline. Now, headline where? You know, Bonkers in San Antonio.
Right. Did you think you were going to be big? Did you think you'd be a big star?
But not at stand-up. I thought I would be a Broadway person. I thought I would.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Like a funny sort of actress doing a role in South Pacific or something, right?
Exactly. Like the goal, of course, was always Streisand, but knowing that I couldn't sing, I thought I would, do some sort of, Broadway, Maureen Stapleton kind of career.
And now that you think about it, with all the things you've done, maybe being a Broadway actress would be the most boring thing in the world because you'd have to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Actually, it's been the most fun part of show business for me.
Yeah, because she's done Broadway, you know.
Yeah, I know you've done it, but but you don't do it for long. You kind of bail out after a while because you get bored.
I did Grease for a year, which, believe me, was very taxing. But to do a Broadway show, there's nothing like it in show business. You do a movie and you're there for a month, 2 months. The longest film I ever did was League of Their Own, which was 3 months. And
that's where you become friends with Madonna.
Yes.
And you're still friends with her.
Yes.
Is that difficult for you?
No, but it was at the beginning because I remember she was friendly with Sandra when I was on VH1 as a VJ, and I remember thinking to myself, how can you be friends with her?
What, was Sandra Bernhard?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I remember Sandra was friends with Madonna, and I kept thinking, how could Sandra be friends with Madonna? How do you connect to Madonna? It was like Elvis. It was like too big of a person. But the day before I met her, and I didn't know I was going to meet her at the movie set, I went to see Truth or Dare.
Right.
And I saw that she was at the grave of her mom, and it had her mom's name, which is her own name.
Right.
And that's the same situation for me. And so when I met her, Penny said to me, tomorrow Madonna's going to come in. If you make her funny, then she'll do the movie, so try to do good.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was like, not a lot of pressure. Exactly right.
It all falls on your shoulders. What?
So she walks in, and I said, hey, I saw your movie yesterday. My mom died when I was 10, and I have the same name, and I totally related to it, and we became sort of sisters at the moment.
But Madonna's brother describes that even when she had a group of people over once, I think you were included, and you all played Truth or Dare kind of a game, and Madonna would purposely ask questions where everyone would sort of kiss her ass, in the sense that she would say, who do you want to kiss most in the room? And everyone knew that it would be Madonna. Everyone wanted to kiss Madonna, that she is so the focus. She is so the star. And you're a big star in your own right. It doesn't get competitive between the two of you?
Not at all. And that's, I don't think that Christopher's recollections are really accurate.
Oh, I don't think they're accurate at all.
I don't remember
He
ever.
sounded really bitter.
He had his own
But he was fun to interview.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
But, I've known her for a very long time, as long as I've known him. And he was always around at the beginning. And, I never remember playing Truth or Dare with her once.
You never kissed her?
Never. Ever.
Really?
Never. Ever.
I can't believe it.
And you know what? Other people sort of have said that to me, too, which I always find shocking. Like, people say, oh, well, you had sex with Madonna. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
But Madonna dabbles. She will go with women and men.
Listen, she is a beautiful, sexually, actively healthy woman, and she, is a world icon and sex symbol, and she can have sex with anyone she wants to.
Is she disappointed that you are not into Kabbalah?
I actually am into Kabbalah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Now you're Jewish?
Wow.
Wow.
No, I have. There's a woman named Ruthie for about 6 years that I study with about once a week for months and months at a time. And I've done a lot of different spiritual practices in my life. But
and you like Kabbalah?
Well, I don't go to I don't go to the center. I don't go.
You don't?
No.
How do you practice?
Sandra Bernhard told me recently that she went, and she got a little fed up because Madonna brought A-Rod, and A-Rod was holding the Torah.
The Torah, yeah. He was,
And she said it got too weird for her.
Well, in Israel, I went to Israel for Rosh Hashanah about 2 years ago, and there were a lot of celebrities up on holding the Torah, and I thought the same thing. I'm not really sure if those guys are the most I don't know, but maybe it's me.
Yeah.
But,
So you consider yourself Jewish now?
No.
You're not going to convert?
It's not actually associated with Judaism, which is shocking. Even though it's the study of the Zohar, which is the mystical interpretation of the Torah.
But how do you practice? You don't go to the center. I mean, what do you do?
You don't practice. You study.
You study.
Yeah,
okay.
you study.
And Kelly, she's involved in this as well?
She's a Buddhist.
She's a Buddhist.
That's what she studies, Buddhism.
So it's a mixed marriage.
Kind of, yeah.
But they took away your marriage, didn't they?
The initial people
can
they did, actually. The people who were married first, by Gavin Newsom in San Francisco when he did that, when it all started, we went and did that.
I remember, and I was very pleased with you that you stood up and you got married and you made it very public, and it was really kind of exciting that you did that.
Yeah, you know what happened? Truthfully, we were watching TV and the war had just started, and there was a break special announcement, and I thought, oh my God, we've lost a whole troop, a whole platoon. What happened?
Right.
And he said, I just want to say that we're going to make an amendment to stop those gays from getting married. And I was so livid that I said to her, get a plane ticket, we're going to get married. She's like, all right. That was it. It was in response to, what appeared to me to be the most gross art of distraction that any president ever tried, and to debase the people. And I just thought, if you want to count the people who are standing in line, who are guests, somebody famous needs to do it. And then I thought, well, I'm famous, I'll do it.
Were you devastated when your marriage was taken away? And was Kelly devastated?
Kelly was.
She was?
Yes, but I had expected it. When we got married, I knew that it was in some ways an act of civil disobedience, in that it was not legal for gay people to get married.
It's very frustrating.
Yes.
Because you got married.
Right.
And it looked like there was change about to happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody got all freaked out.
Yeah.
And took it away.
Right.
And once you have something and they take it away from you, it's devastating.
Well, she gave me on my birthday our marriage certificate framed, and it's in our house, and the kids love it, and it's and then when the annulment little letter came, she was
they actually sent a letter.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
wow.
It's like, in case you think you're married, you're not.
Oh my goodness.
Listen here, asshole.
Yeah,
no, it's dear
got
lesbos.
News for you.
You lesbos are not married.
Yeah, no matter what you think. But
wow.
It really did upset her, and I was like, listen, honey, it's not going to happen overnight.
Why do we always read, I mean, I don't know, why do we always read that your marriage is in trouble, your relationship with Kelly's in trouble? Why are we always hearing that? Is there any...
Where do you read it?
Inquirer stuff, tabloid stuff, and I know most of that stuff's not true, but...
I've never read that.
I didn't read it either, but I've heard people say it.
Yeah, that your marriage is always in trouble, that you're either getting bored or she's getting bored or something's going wrong.
Everybody's bored.
Oh.
Yeah. well, that's true.
With 4 kids, we are bored.
Is it hard to be...
All we do is play Boggle and Bananagrams.
But isn't it hard to keep any kind of romance going with Kelly if you, in fact, have 4 kids? I mean, it's almost impossible, right?
It is, but she's the reason, I think, that we've stayed together. She's the reason that we still, have interest in each other and alone time, where she schedules time just for us to go away.
Date night kind of thing?
Well, yes, but date night away from the house, because date night with 4 kids in a house is not ever a date night.
If you didn't have that, and you being Rosie O'Donnell, big star, don't you think that maybe you would stray, that you'd say, hey, I have to go find romance somewhere. I need that spark?
No.
You do not think that would happen?
Because I told you when I was on the phone, which I don't know if you believed me, that I am not a very sexually...
I don't believe you.
I know you don't, but
I know that you used to have
that,
something going on at the Four Seasons.
That's what you said,
orgied.
which I think is so funny.
I had always assumed that you orgied with tons of women. That you had a wild
life. He
life.
would tell me.
It's so crazy.
Rosie has the hottest women.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say this. I don't even like to be naked like with Kelly. Like I turn the lights off in the shower. The thought of an orgy, the closest thing to an orgy ever was I went to once Madonna's sex party when she had the sex book.
Right.
She had the opening premiere party.
And naked.
There were people naked, including like she was. I think her top was on. But that to me was the most wild sexual thing that had ever happened to me.
Did you feel compelled to get nude with other people there?
Howard, I don't get nude easily.
Right.
No, trust me.
You have a bad body concept. You're overweight and you feel, I don't want anyone to look at me.
I don't really identify myself as a sexual being, which is a weird thing, and my shrink works on it with me. But I don't think of it. And when someone is kind of flirting or kind of, coming on to me, I don't even usually know it.
Do you think that's why you hold on to your weight, that it keeps you from being sexual? It keeps you from being...
I think it's definitely one of the reasons.
I'll tell you, I relate to that completely. I do.
Yeah.
Why, that's with your weight?
Yeah, I think...
he won't even take his socks off.
You're making yourself unattractive.
I understand what she's saying, because sometimes you feel insecure and then you don't want to... You know what I mean? And then the weight thing is like a way to go, well, look... you don't feel
course
like being
not.
intimate. Look, when I get thinner, maybe we'll do something, or it's weird.
Yeah, well, once I did, I went on Diet Center, which is, one of these many ridiculous things that you can try, and I got down to, like a size 12 or 11, like jeans tucked in with a belt.
Was that when you did the Gary Marshall movie? I remember you got thin for that one where you played the dominatrix and all that.
It was right around there. It was actually a little thinner than that, and I stopped to go to the Improv at a gas station, self-serve.
Right.
And the guys, nice-looking guys, came out to help me with the gas. Now, that had never happened to me before in my life. And I remember, being overwhelmed, and they were really kind. Where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm a comic. I'm going to the Improv. And, oh, really? Let me do your windows for you. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
What's this world?
Guys are hitting on you.
And then I stopped at Baskin-Robbins on the way to the Improv, and without even really realizing it until later,
But you have a fear of men.
Too much
you had bad experience. You were molested as a child?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would make sense in a way. You don't want attention from men.
Yes, but although I know many women who are sexually abused who are not gay.
Right.
So I don't know that
but maybe the weight keeps. But I don't know. I can't figure it out. Because for me, you're a very disciplined person.
Gay. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
I know if you wanted to be thin, you could be thin. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
I think you're a very disciplined person. So something's going on. You're in therapy. Something's going on with the weight that you're holding on to.
Well, what's interesting is that I have 4 very fit, healthy kids, and none of them are from my gene pool. That's number 1.
Right.
But number 2 is that they're fit. They have, Kelly is sort of in control of the food in the house, and when they want a snack, I always say, ask Mommy Kelly. I'm not in control of the food. But my daughter, who's now 11 and beautiful and tall and skinny, and she said to me once, Mom, do you know that you could look different?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yes. She goes, you really could. And it totally struck me. I was like, she's noticing it. And last week we were in Miami.
Do you think she's embarrassed?
I think that probably. It's not, because I'm famous, you get a lot of leeway. I think if I was just the average mom, perhaps, but when we went to the beach in Miami recently, which I don't like to do, to go to the beach with them because all the paparazzi and the suit. And
Constantly. I don't even know how you live in Miami.
Well, we never leave the house usually.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah. But I went to the beach with them, and my son was making a sandcastle, my older son, and I was going in the water with the other 3, and I had a T-shirt over my suit, and I said, Park, I'm going to leave the T-shirt here, okay, because he was near the shore. And he goes, why? I said, well, because I didn't want to walk from the blanket with my bathing suit, and I'll leave it here, and then when I get out, I'll grab the T-shirt. And he goes, Mom, when are you going to just accept your body? That's how you are. Everyone knows that's how you are. It's okay. Just go in the water.
These kids are brilliant.
Well,
they're
kids sound really
teaching
together.
me,
I wish my kids would teach me something.
Yeah, I can see why you have kids.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I almost feel like, what an idiot that I should be teaching them to love, but I don't, I'm not there, like you say.
Is Kelly comfortable with her body?
Totally, but she's fit and thin, and she plays tennis every day.
Would she walk
works out.
around the house nude? I mean, not when the kids are there, but would she walk around the bedroom naked with the lights on and the whole thing?
Yes,
she
without
will.
thinking about it.
I like that.
Yeah. yeah, she would. And I always say to her, sometimes I'm like, oh, honey, why do you like me? I'm so fat. And she's always like, have we ever had one issue with me not being attractive? I'm like, I know, but honey, you could have such a gorgeous girlfriend. She's like, please, don't. Like, how I perceive me is not how necessarily other people do,
Sometimes I think, too, it's like, well, I understand the way, especially knowing a little bit about how you grew up.
Yeah.
I think there is a protectiveness there.
Yeah.
You don't want that kind of sexual attention.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Right. And there are 5 O'Donnell children, and all of us are overweight.
Really?
Yes.
So you think this...
All right, now extrapolate with your theory.
Yeah.
I think...
Well, yeah.
I think they lost their mother when they were young. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm having my own problems, believe me.
Right.
I'm
But
at that shrink 3 days a week, and I'm really confused.
Is it helping at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm a better father.
That's great.
I do think I'm a little more connected with my kids and able to empathize more.
I think
you
that's
have a good relationship now.
And I have a good relationship with
I
them.
saw you with them at a restaurant once. But, I think that when my son asked me about the drinking, that what he was saying was he wanted me to be more present, to connect more.
Yes.
That's what he was saying, and so...
Was it hard to give up the beer?
No.
No.
Not really. I mean, truthfully, I would... I don't have one. If I'm at home at night and I'm going to have a beer, I'll have 4. And it affects the weight tremendously. And if you have depression issues, it's totally the worst thing to do. So
do you medicate yourself? Do you take medication for your depression?
I do.
You do? What do you take?
Effexor.
Effexor?
Mm-hmm.
Artie, there's one you're not on.
What are you on, Artie?
She's on heroin.
No,
heroin's not good.
No.
What do you think?
I realize heroin's not an antidepressant.
He's off prescription.
I'm not a moron.
Yeah.
Years ago, I had issues, and Paxil helped me out a lot. But I haven't been on an antidepressant in a while. Lately, I've been thinking about going on one, and I haven't been. The last time I took Paxil was probably a decade ago, so I know they've made a lot of advancements and stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember that they said the worst thing to do with an antidepressant is to drink.
Correct.
On any level, you know.
Yes.
So you got to make a decision either way.
Right.
I don't know. Effexors work for you?
It has worked for me, and it's a low dose, and
Right.
and it also helps with hot flashes, which I don't think you have.
Are you going through menopause?
Yes, honey.
Now, how is this affecting you?
Oh, dear Lord. And I don't think women ever talk about it. How old are
Robin
you,
does.
Robin?
Don't ask my age.
Well, black don't crack. There's no way to guess.
It's
Look
hard
at
to
you.
tell.
How
She's
old?
good.
64.
No, but
That's
you're
right.
not. You're what are you?
Tell the
My
truth,
age? 47?
I don't know. Oh, God, I'm so much
No.
older
You're
than
older
you.
than me?
Oh, she's way older than
Okay,
you.
well, mine started at 41, and my show was over when I was 40, so I'm in bed at 41, and I wake up, and the baby now is like 2, Vivian. I go, oh, God, she must have peed in the bed.
Right.
The bed's soaked, and I look around, there's no baby. There's just me.
The whole bed was wet.
Oh, my God, drenched like, you know.
I think I'm going through menopause.
Maybe
You're
you could be.
drenching the
I'm
bed
always
now? A night
drenched.
sweat on you?
Do you remember Albert Brooks in Broadcast News? That's what it was like. Like
Sweat.
just
Sweat
everywhere.
everywhere.
And it lasted like probably 3 years, and it was unbelievable. Some nights I would sleep with Ziploc bags full of ice on my neck, my head, and my chest.
How does this affect you sexually? You weren't a very sexual person, and I've even said to Robin started using KY when
I
she
did not.
You did
I lied
too.
to you. We
You're
weren't
lying
even
now.
having sex. I was just lying.
You don't use KY?
No.
Since
A
menopause?
little
Never
KY
have.
goes a long way for anyone, is my opinion.
You will use KY.
I'm just saying that if you're in the mood, it sometimes is helpful.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But listen, I don't even know what you and Kelly are doing, but you need KY
It's
for
probably pretty similar to what you're doing.
it. Does Kelly get upset when you need KY? Does she feel that she's less of a woman, that she is not turning you
Well,
on?
with 2 women, there's not that much of a need for KY unless
Okay.
you're, really going to go into the whole 9-yard acrobatics. Let's use the trapeze, sweetie. But
You're talking
no,
about
she would-
strap-ons, that kind of thing?
Well, whatever kind of thing you might use to pleasure yourself or another.
Really?
Yeah.
Strap-on? You do not use a strap-on. I don't see it.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Interesting.
I don't think you need it.
That's funny.
I think you can turn a woman on with your tongue and your hands.
Wow, Howard, I love that your opinion of me is the sexually crazed.
I've heard things about you.
I know, but you've heard it from a lying
I've heard
bellman
all
at
lies.
the 4th season. I
I'm
wish I knew who that guy was, because I tip him. That's a fantastic rumor to spread about. No, I thought he would tell you, like, she ate the whole minibar again. You know what I mean? Like, he's
No.
telling you got models in there who are naked.
Oh, you have no idea how great your sex life is and what I've heard.
I would, I wish it was true.
I want to know how much
do you
it is
think
you have to tip that guy to get him to say that shit about me.
Do you think it's important to you to have famous friends? I feel like all your friends are famous.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I
Like
think
who?
of Madonna and that whole crew, and I feel like you I don't know.
My 2 best friends are Jeannie and Jackie. They've been my friends since kindergarten.
Oh, so
and
you
Jackie lives like 15 minutes from me, and she's actually tutoring my son.
in Florida?
No, we live in Nyack, New York.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, they go to school there in Nyack.
I thought you lived in Miami.
We have a movie star home there.
Yeah.
That we go on vacation. So I only want to go there for vacation, and Kelly wants to travel. So normally I'll take the kids to Miami, and she'll take one at a time to Europe or somewhere that she wants to go, because I have no desire to go to Europe or anything.
Right.
Please.
It'd be horrible.
I'm like, we have a whole house there with a jet ski. What's the point?
I don't want to see
someone
anything.
else's schmutz.
And what are you going to see? Old stuff?
A ruin? What's the point? It's ruined. You know?
See, my psychiatrist says to me that there's something wrong with me, that I'm afraid to go to these
They
places.
say that to me, too.
I am, too. I don't really want to see
You have
other
no
worlds.
interest in other cultures, where you came from or your ancestors came
Listen,
from?
I read a lot of books. I've read all of the books on Ireland. I
There
read
you go.
everything. I watch documentaries. But
and it doesn't occur to you want to see the White Cliffs of Dover.
Well, what I did, I actually went to Ireland. After my mother died, my father took all 5 kids to Belfast, 1973.
Ooh.
Wasn't that smart? In the middle
Great.
of the war. Thanks, Dad.
No wonder you're afraid.
That's why you don't want to go.
But for my 40th birthday, my one birthday, Kelly and I and about 6 friends rented a plane and flew to Italy. And by the time I got to the hotel, I was so nervous and upset I threw up.
Oh.
Wow.
That's how unsettling it was.
Well, you see, I think you're like me in this sense.
goodness.
That my mother I used to sit at her feet, and she would say to me, your grandmother, she was wiped out by the Nazis, her whole family, Germany. All the kids died. all of the relatives died. They came, they banged on her house, and they took them off to Auschwitz and killed them. And then she'd go, we're going to Europe. Would you like to come with us?
Yeah,
I go,
no.
what are you, crazy?
That's where it
Europe, that's
started.
where I'm going to get gassed. I'm
Now,
not
wait,
going to do that.
your actual grandmother died in the
No,
home?
no, my real, it was like a step-grandmother.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had many grandmothers.
You have?
Yes. But
Because I've read a lot of books about people our age who were raised by Holocaust survivors.
yes, and you're more scared than actual people who've gone through the Holocaust.
Yeah.
I mean, the stories I would hear, I mean, who would want to even venture outside? I like sitting in the house.
That's what I like. I'm
Me
like,
too.
why should we go to a restaurant? They deliver.
Listen, you didn't feel protected as a kid. You're
Right.
scared.
Exactly.
And you still
right.
hold on to all that
Yes.
stuff.
But I've gotten better in that I can now be in the house alone. There was a long time I couldn't be in the house by myself.
You're really good at having your own talk show. What is the problem? Is it does it fatigue you? Is that why you will not have your own talk show? I feel like you walked away from the Rosie O'Donnell show.
Yeah.
You walked off The View. That just was too much headache.
Yeah.
You tried the variety show thing, but why mess with your success? In other words, why even do a variety show? You
Will
have
you do
a
another
formula.
talk show?
Yeah.
Well, I had some meetings when I was in L.A. to promote this movie that last week I was in L.A. And,
right.
you know, the reason that I left was because at some point I was really bored of talking to celebrities.
Right.
And I didn't want to interview somebody who did the same exact story the night before on Letterman that I watched. And it couldn't be authentic or real for me.
Right.
And it became less and less
fun.
Exactly. And so by the time I had the guy from the soap opera I don't watch for the 10th time because
Right.
we hadn't, you know, it just, I felt like I had done it. And so now if I were to go back, I would want to do it with real people. I would want to do it with actual stories that are of interest, not all heavy and not all, you know, but just to have fun.
And maybe the occasional celebrity and that kind of thing.
Talking about something other than what they're there to promote.
Maybe it's the medium. Maybe because you are so successful, you do network television. That network television doesn't really allow you a lot of leeway. There was a point in my career where they came to me, ABC, and they said, we want to make you like sort of the Barbara Walters. Before the Academy Awards, you'll interview 4 celebrities and that. I said, well, but what are the standards? How am I going to be able to really ask anybody a real question? I don't think it was me. So maybe you were thinking for a while of going on MSNBC and doing a show.
Which we were actually like 5 seconds away
I
from
think that
doing.
would have been good because you could have done politics. You
Right,
could
I
have
would
done
have
a lot
loved
of
to do
stuff.
that. But, you know, Rachel Maddow actually took that job, and she's fantastic at it. So,
She is?
Yeah, have you seen it?
I haven't watched her.
No, she's really good.
Let me talk to you about this special that you're promoting. Because, first of all, so I got a copy of it. They said, you got to watch it before Rosie comes on. And for some reason, I felt like that was a homework assignment. Like,
Believe me, I remember. On my show, I used to hate when people said that.
Yeah.
It would be hard to watch it, or I'd watch it on fast forward.
Well, you're a big enough star. I said, okay, I got to watch this. I said to Beth, we got to watch Rosie's show. I thought it was going to be some documentary or something. I didn't know what I was in for. And even Robin reminded me, I liked your last show, so I should watch it. So I went home with Beth. Gary went home and he watched it. Excellent, A+, great show. This is a story. Rosie plays a social worker. The kid who is the black kid who's gone through the foster system.
Right.
You've met him in a diner and
Yeah.
you put him. That's pretty bold. You're producing a show for Lifetime.
Yeah.
And you meet this kid in a diner and you just say, "Hey, you're a good-looking kid. Maybe you'll be the star of this thing."
Well, we had read 100 kids for the part. We had 3 weeks of pre-production. We got to do the movie because we piggybacked on another Lifetime movie, used their crew,
Right.
and Detroit had unbelievable tax incentives for movies. So it was a one-in-a-lifetime shot, and it was right when I was supposed to be preparing for the variety show.
Right.
But I thought, I could sneak it in and do both. And we went to this diner 3 days before photography. There was this kid, and I watched how he was eating. He was very intelligent and stoic. And I said to the other producer, see that kid? That's the kind of kid that should do it. And he's like, what, are you going to walk over and, just introduce yourself? And I waited until one of the people at the table looked over and said, are you Roseanne Barr? Which I said, yeah. I said,
Great.
close enough. It's close. Let me introduce myself.
Kid knows how to get a job.
That's an opening.
Yeah.
But I said to him, would you ever have any interest in, he said no. He was an engineering student, and he was about to, go to college, and he had finals, and he was totally disinterested. And I said, well, this is the number, and we're filming the last 2 kids on Friday, and then we were going to put the movie in turnaround, not do it.
Does he want to continue acting now? Does he have the bug?
Well, he's gotten such rave reviews that I think he's going to be offered a lot of work. But he got into University of Michigan, and he's applied to Harvard and waiting to hear.
Wow. And the girl who's in it, the attractive but very young girl, how old is that girl, the lead girl?
She is 15. Her name is Rachel Castro. She's from Long Island.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, this movie makes you realize one thing. They got and this is what I talk about on the air all the time. You got all these kids. You see that sickening octomom. Yeah. She's busy having hundreds of babies. Why she can't, she's nuts, but why can't people sort of help out this foster care system? This is unbelievable.
Everybody wants babies, but they want their own.
I don't want to ruin the movie, but these kids, they go into foster care. 9 times they end up with a family where somebody's either abusive or sexually molesting them or something. We are so doomed. The statistic at the end of the movie says all these unwanted kids, most of them end up dead. Most of them end up in jail or homeless, right? Very few make it.
30,000 kids a year age out. When you age out, when you're 18, the state says we're done with you. We have no more services, no more therapy.
That's it? You're on your own?
Yep, no more place to live.
Wow.
In New York, it's 21.
Right.
But the rest of the country, pretty much, it's 18. And when they get out, of those 30,000 kids, 80% are homeless, in jail, or dead within
Doesn't
the
that
first
scare
5
the
years.
hell out of you?
It should.
Could you imagine what's running around out on the streets?
Well, remember when Nebraska had that crazy law?
Yes.
And people were driving there to give away their 13-year-olds?
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was in November when we were filming this movie,
Yeah.
actually. As soon as they passed that law, it was supposed to be for newborn babies. You could drop it off, and people were dropping off their teenagers.
Yeah.
But the movie's a real good story. It's a little bit sexual, a little bit violent. It's got something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story of a guy who basically finds himself, but it's a really horror story that he goes through. But it's really well done. I loved it.
it's very
I absolutely
accurate,
loved it. I recommend it to the audience. If there's a flaw in it, there's no Spider-Man.
Yeah, we tried to get him in.
If you had fit in Spider-Man, it probably would have been the most perfect movie.
Yeah,
Did you
totally.
watch the Academy Awards?
I did.
Did you think that Sean Penn deserved the Academy Award for Milk?
Yes, I did, and I voted for him.
I agree. I believe he deserved it.
Incredible.
But
Yes.
Meryl Streep got robbed. Now,
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely. The movie Doubt, did you see it?
Yes.
She was the best, even though Kate Winslet was very good in her movie.
In The Reader, yeah.
Right. Did you vote for Kate Winslet?
I did not.
Who did you vote for?
Meryl Streep.
You did?
Yes.
So you agree
But,
with
you
me.
know, Meryl, the best part of the Oscars to me was Sophia Loren talking to Meryl Streep.
You like that?
Oh, my God. I mean, when are you ever going to see that again in your life? And Sophia with her hand on her hip, throwing her head back and talking about the majesty of is that a word? Of Meryl Streep and how unbelievable she is. And, you know, I love Meryl Streep at this age with her gorgeous daughter and sort of humble and looking down. And, you know, there'll never be anyone as good as Meryl Streep, I don't think, ever.
Why did you stop blogging on your website? What happened there? You were very good at it. You were good at updating your blog. You seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah,
you even
I
had
thought
a
you were into
video
that.
blog. You were way into it. It was funny. Why would you stop
Because when
that?
I started it, nobody knew what a blog was. You know,
Right.
like 6 years ago, people were like, what is it? And I go on talk shows, and they're like, you just do it on the web. And all of a sudden, Blogspot was up, and then with Facebook. And it got to the point where it was no longer exciting.
It was not a novelty.
Right? And people were taking it like E.T. and all those shows and taking just a little... Rosie goes crazy. You know, and I'm like, oh, God. It's
You couldn't
not...
even be honest on it because it was taken out of context.
Correct. And I thought, you know, if it's going to be more of a headache than it's worth, you know.
Are you back to blogging?
Well, I'm using it now to raise money for the school I opened on 45th Street, and I'm using it to promote appearances that I'm doing. But, you know, the internal angst and what I'm feeling about the world order and what's happening in our society, it's not going to be so much on the blog anymore.
Do you have Facebook?
No.
You are not on there?
No.
I believe you will be on there.
Do you think?
I do. I think you will eventually get caught up in Twittering and Facebooking.
Well, you know,
and...
my brother, by mistake, signed me up for it. You know how if you sign up, they can go into your... All of a sudden, I was like, you are now on Facebook. And I was like, what? And I went on there, and then it's like, so-and-so's on the wall. It was like so much pressure. You know, you had to figure out where they were, and it's, what are you doing now? And
It's almost a full-time job.
that's what someone tells me, that once you
Absolutely.
get in there, it's...
Rosie, I'm being given the high sign that you have to leave.
I
I'm
do?
sorry.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have to go anywhere.
You don't have to go
No,
anywhere? Oh,
keep
good.
talking. What do you need to know?
Rosie's in America, premiering this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. And for more information on Rosie's charity, Rosie's Broadway Kids, go to rosiesbroadwaykids.org. We have a few more
5
minutes?
more minutes?
All right, good.
Okay.
I got a reprieve. 5 more minutes
Yeah,
from
Cindy
the,
Berger, she's tough.
Cindy Berger. Speaking of Cindy Berger, she's
Yeah.
your publicist.
Yes.
She's also Barbara Walters' publicist,
Yes,
true?
she is. That's a tough job she has.
Don't you think that you and Barbara have had an exchange of words over The View? And don't you think Cindy took more of Barbara's side than yours?
No,
She
no,
was
no.
caught in the middle, wasn't she, between that?
No, because you know what? For years, Barbara and I have known each other sort of socially in
Right.
that kind of celebrity way, not like the real friend sort of way, but that celebrity, like go out to dinner, see a show, but don't really call each other on the phone.
Right.
Okay, so when, you know, she asked me to do the show, I went and I did it, and then what happened, but we are able to get along. You know, I just did Nora Ephron's play reading down in the Village, and she came to the show.
So there's no tension between your publicist and all of that?
No.
No, you like Cindy. Cindy's also Madonna's publicist, right?
Yes.
It's one big incestuous
But
publicist.
not Cindy herself, but that company, PMK.
I see.
Yeah.
Trump, you're still at war with. You haven't run into him. You haven't seen him anywhere.
Well, I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him in my life. Although I was at his wedding to Marla Maples.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Wasn't I there?
Yeah. Yes, you were there.
Well, why didn't I see you there?
Because you hated me then, don't you remember?
But I would see you. I mean, I would go over and say, I would have gone over and said
Did you
hello.
hide from him?
It was pretty big. You couldn't. It was at that big hotel, remember? And I was there with Jason Opsel, who's since passed away, actually, who worked with Marla in Will Rogers Follies, and I was working with him in Grease on Broadway.
Right.
And I was there at the wedding. And I thought it was weird. Remember when he walked up the aisle, he was shaking people's hands on the way up the aisle? I'm like, talk about lack of focus.
Yes, but it was almost like a circus.
It was.
Right. And OJ was there as well.
No.
Yes, OJ was there. In fact, on the back
Pre-murder?
of Pre-murder.
Yes.
Right
Before
on
everyone knew.
the back page of
Pre-double murder.
Of my second book, I put a picture of myself and OJ, at Trump's wedding.
Right.
It was great.
Oh, my
Trump gave
God.
me permission for that. So,
But I don't know the guy. I only know, I've never really talked to him. I don't really know him. I've just seen him on TV, and we talked about, him forgiving the Miss America girl on The View, and the guy went ballistic.
do you live in fear of running into him?
No,
I mean, when you're in a
the
feud,
only person I ever was afraid of running into was you.
I know. You thought I was a bully.
Well, for many years, many teenage boys would see me at the mall and go like this. And then say, blah, blah, bluey. And I was like, holy crap.
That's fun.
And I would be wheeling a baby,
Goodness.
I had like a little 6-month-old and holding a 3-year-old's hand. And, blah, blah, bluey, we love Howard. I'm like, ah! So it was scary.
I think what must have happened with me is I was so hell-bent. I was so proud of you when you came out of the closet.
Yeah.
And you were so honest. It used to drive me crazy when you would... I think the same thing you're saying. When you were on with these celebrities, and you had to sit there and kiss their ass, and you couldn't, like even Tom Cruise, you couldn't even talk about the fact that you maybe were in love with a woman, and it would drive me crazy because I felt you were more honest than that.
Yeah, it was a tough, listen, it was a
But
tough
it's
time.
hard.
If I could go backwards, in 96, to think that I would have the courage or that it was possible to talk about being gay. I remember when they said, we have a brand new show coming out on NBC about a gay guy living with a woman. I'm like, well, that'll never air.
Right.
Remember when...
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace?
No, remember when, Felix Unger?
Right.
He had Hello Sydney, that show. And it was about a gay guy, and it was off in like 2 weeks because of protests. I never thought that it would be possible.
When you made the decision.
Yes, sorry.
Tony Randall.
Felix Unger.
Felix Unger.
Thank you, Art.
No, I'm saying, I thought you were
when you came out of the closet.
Yes.
And you made this decision.
Yeah.
Was it an overnight kind of epiphany, or had this been something you were building up to? Like, I can't take this anymore. I want to come out of the closet. I'm not going to hide anymore.
Well, I never really hid because, like, at every award show, Kelly was sitting next to me. And,
right. It just wasn't brought up.
I know. No one asked. It wasn't like I did an interview and Cindy said, don't bring up the gay stuff. No one asked me. And when people did ask me, I would answer. Like, I was on, I think, Arsenio once, and he was like, are you single? I'm like, yes, I was. At the time, I said, and he goes, and who are you looking to date? I said, I'm pretty much open to anything. And like I would sort of, and the
you were giving them an opening.
Right, and the Tom Cruise crush is actually real.
You told me that, yes.
Yeah, it's not like I want to,
Do you think you could have sex with him?
Probably.
You really do?
Well, not right now because we're both...
I forgot, you told me you've had sex with a man, right?
Yes.
But disastrous.
No.
Not bad.
I lived with a man for 2 years.
And had orgasms?
Yes.
They didn't think about women while you were having sex with them?
No.
No
so
kidding.
you could actually have a relationship with a man if you were to fall in love with a man.
Yes.
I'm not your type, am I? If you're into Tom Cruise, I'm not your type. I mean, there's no chance, right?
Well, you know what? The thing about you that would be my type is that you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Because I really need, somebody who's very smart. Because that's the #1 criteria for me.
Yes.
You gotta be intelligent.
I'm hung like a woman. I mean, if I don't know if that helps you in your fantasy.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So, what?
What's the matter?
She's done now.
She's done?
How do you know?
Cindy said because you're going to do she's doing a satellite tour of some sort.
All right.
You're doing a satellite tour.
With nobody as interesting as you, I'm sure.
I don't know. The
Got a way to talk to Iowa.
Yeah, right.
There was so many more questions I had to
I'll
ask
come back.
you.
I'll come back.
You need to come back.
All right.
And
now that I've seen the studio, I'm like, wow.
You love it.
There's things you could do here.
You have no idea what we're doing.
And
Some
we've
of them
done, we've done
Oh,
it,
my
man.
God, what we were doing just before you came.
Yeah, we did it every day this week.
I don't even know what the panel list thing is for, but it's...
That was actually just for Superfan Black Trivia.
Yeah.
Superfan Black Trivia.
Well, it's Black History Month. You know that, certainly.
Oh, yes.
Who is the biggest black superfan? We had to find out.
Of the Stern Show.
Did you find one?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the guy was terrific. Rosie Show America. I'm going to ask you to please watch this. It premieres this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. I promise you, this is a good story. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
And it's good.
It's good.
It's not boring.
It's not boring.
It's good. And also, it will disturb you somewhat because our country's got a bunch of kids running around who are maniacs.
Do you think
because nobody's
people
taking care of them?
actually get into action when they see something like this? You think people be inspired to?
I was
to help. Well, you're not doing anything.
Well, I'm very famous and busy.
But he's talking about it.
I'm talking
you know,
about
what
it.
I really want people to do after they see this is just to be aware. I don't think people know. And until I went and, about when Parker was 5, there was a young girl in Miami who was raped and beaten in a one-bedroom apartment with her mother in the apartment. And I was so overwhelmed with this story, I wanted to go meet the kid. And I went and met the kid in a residential treatment facility where there were toddler beds. And I thought, what is this? Is this an orphanage? They're like, oh, no, they're all over the country. That's how I became educated about foster care. I didn't know anything about it. So once I found out about it, I thought we have to change this. And we're getting together a big lobby to try to make it a national platform issue that, people who run for office, candidates have to address it. Because there's just too many kids with nowhere to go.
Robin was a big sister. She did something.
Good for you. That's a great organization.
Yeah. And after I saw Rosie's movie, I bought a kid for each my staff member.
That's so nice of you.
I've actually bought
Did you
a
get
child.
one of the Octomom babies?
I've got a few of those. It's very exciting.
It's funny when I saw the pictures of them in the paper. I was like, okay, I'll take these 3.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you want to save them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That was interesting about Rosie too, which I think says a lot about a person. That weren't you really adamant about trying to contact Britney Spears and try to save her or something like her?
Yeah, for years I left her. I sent her emails and I would leave her notes. Like my friend at the Four Seasons, the one who told you I was screwing the models, he would say to me, "She's on her way to the gym." So I would be upstairs and I would write her a note on my little stationery, run to the gym and go, give this to her. So,
Did she respond?
No. But I've known her since she was a baby.
You think she's crazy?
I think that she has some issues of mental health, which many of us do.
I think you've also reached out to try to help Paul Abdul. I think you've said a few things.
After last night's American Idol, I think somebody better reach out.
What was she all over
She
the
was
place
just
again?
not making any sense.
Oh, I know.
I mean, she can't even get a word out.
I wonder if she has some serious medical condition, like, maybe MS or something. I really wonder because at this point, if it's not drug-induced, there's something physically wrong with her.
Wouldn't it be great on American Idol if they brought out a doctor to see if there's something wrong with her? Why don't we do that?
Forget the contest tonight. We need to address all of it.
Hey, have you partied with Madonna secretly with A-Rod? Have you gone out with them together? Are you part of that whole? There's a secrecy thing. You go over Jerry Seinfeld's house and you hide.
Is there a place you have to go to get the bus to go to see them?
Have you, Rosie? Have you seen them in action?
I know Alex. He's a great guy. He lives across the street from me in Miami. I've known him for a long time.
Go ahead.
He's delightful.
What have you seen?
I enjoy him.
What's going on?
He's a handsome man.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Beautiful eyes.
And Madonna, have you seen them have sex together? You say that's a yes.
No, I have not.
Were you the conduit?
I was there in the room.
She got to go. She got to go.
All right. See Rosie in America, premiering this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. She's terrific in it.
People.
And for more information on Rosie's charity, Rosie's Broadway Kids, go to rosiesbroadwaykids.org. Thanks, Rosie. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Then you are. Well, what did I do?
I became a vegan.
Complete?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And a lot of enemas.
Yeah.
Enemas. I might get the colon thing. Yeah,
I got colon.
You did?
Yeah.
Somebody told me they did that in a little Barbie shoe came out.
That is the urban legend. Everybody says
they let you see what comes out.
There's a tube. You can look if you want it.
Rosie.
Yes.
How'd it go?
It was fine.
Now, did you ever think that you'd be on the Howard Stern show?
I did not, but you know what? The only thing that's constant in the world is change, and the fact that I was on there means there could be peace in Palestine.
So you,
right?
Right. So you had a good time today?
Yes,
You're
I
glad
did.
you came on?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thanks, Rosie.
Thank you, Howard TV, on demand,
News department.
and radio news person. Yeah.